putting some gear down.
You remember how to use a microphone, right? There you go.
Hoo-ha.
It's right here.
So, I guess that's the cold open of episode 297
I don't know
of the
how
Vex
much.
and Vex podcast.
How much
God
that you
forbid the
got.
cold open wasn't over here.
Morning radio episode 129. I'm officially getting in trouble in public for things that I say on the
Oh,
program.
God.
Are you?
Yes.
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 But I'm just glad I'm not involved. Diz, you
I
got to
don't think
shut
so.
the fuck up, please.
What happened? Did
I
you
said
yell
'cause-
at me?
No, I yelled at Diz, but it's
Oh,
fine.
okay. Cool.
What did I do?
Talking.
Because you're talking.
So-
and I just said, well, I'm glad I've been excused from that.
From this one.
Yes.
It's always me. So whenever Starscream has a member leave, no matter what happened, I'm the bad person.
Well, yeah.
So I guess in reference to our program, whenever something happens, I'm the bad person.
Your name's in the title twice.
No.
I'm just saying. I'm just
I
saying.
had to make sure it wasn't taken.
It definitely is not.
And no, there is a couple of Vex podcasts, though.
Fuckers.
Fuckers.
Also, fuck that guy with the title belts and the shield.
What the fuck?
It literally looked like your living room.
Okay. A gentleman put up, actually, not even, it's a company, put
Yeah.
up an ad for like maintenance of the wrestling belts, right?
I thought they made them.
Was it making the belts?
Yeah.
And so the camera pans over, and it's all these stands with his belts in it, but he's got lights. The camera pans a little more. There's that on the fucking wall, dude.
Bizarro world.
And
Yeah.
I was like, did they just watch the podcast? And the company's like, oh, this guy does wrestling stuff. We'll just fucking do that, Gerber. Like, what the fuck, man?
It's a thing. I was like, wait a minute. That's bullshit.
So our Captain America shield was literally manufactured out of steel for Johnny Zero. You could shoot that fucking thing. Now, it'll make it look bad, but it will bounce off. Okay? That's real. That's heavy as fuck. It's not plastic. It's like
I
the real.
wouldn't want to ruin that one, but we should get another one and find out.
And then, I don't know if you know this, Johnny Zero used to go to children's hospitals dressed as Captain America.
Really?
I love
For
that. I
real.
love that.
Incognito, like he didn't tell anybody. It wasn't like a fanfare thing. There's like pictures of him with a bunch of 6 kids, and he'd put on the boots. He was like fucking 6'3" anyway. He'd be massive.
Yeah.
He looked great. And he had the old school, like the helmet, the chin strap, like the real. On the back of that was the real brown leather belt.
That's cool.
It was cool. Like
Good
he's
job, Johnny Zero.
I know. So that's why that's here. I'm not a Captain America person in any capacity, but Johnny Zero was, and I love Johnny Zero, so that's for him. And the belts remind me of my childhood. And then what happens? You get divorced, and things go out of control. I didn't mean to own all these fucking belts.
But you do now.
I give a lot of them away, actually. I gave one away at our last party.
You did?
I did.
Why?
Because I have too many. Like, there's
Did
not
you
even
win
enough to go in the
Little
case.
Will?
Yeah.
Was it? Oh, yeah.
And I've given them to Philadelphia before. Remember when the 49ers were in the Super Bowl a few years ago,
Yes.
and you wore that beautiful silver heavy belt?
Yes.
That now is in Philadelphia.
Oh, is it?
And that's a nice belt. It's this in silver. It's really nice.
Yeah, it's
Hi, Diz.
I'm just trying to remember the 49ers winning the Super Bowl.
No, I said going to the
Yeah,
Super
they weren't.
Bowl.
They didn't win.
They definitely didn't win.
Okay, that's
Okay, you can all
confused.
shut the fuck up about the Niners. Thank you very much.
Maybe they'll go back this year.
Well, they're not gonna. But I hear you.
I mean,
Yeah.
Probably
They're
not.
probably
I just like
not.
whatever sports team somebody I'm around likes because I don't like sports. So I just kind of roll with it. Yeah.
super good.
They're awesome.
Sports team go.
Go sports ball.
I can't fucking wait for football. I'm not gonna lie to anybody. I don't give a fuck. I love that shit.
Pretty excited about it.
And baseball can suck my fucking dick.
So boring.
Hate it.
I like baseball.
You're wrong.
Johnny Mac's very upset about the Phillies this
You
year.
like baseball because when you were in that magic age, they went to the World Series.
Yeah.
When I was in the magic age, they were in the fucking basement for years upon years upon years. And as soon as I turned 18 and somebody else is 13, they went to the fucking World Series.
Correct.
And I fuck them. When I was 13, they sucked.
Yeah. Now, I'm sorry I had to bring it up. I don't want to do it. But it's part of this story. It involves the HDs, but I have to bring it up. Back in the day, I tried to explain this to my son because he didn't believe me when I told him this. You guys are old enough. You might remember this. Back in the day, the Phillies were so shitful bad
Oh, yes.
that if you bought a pack of Dietz and Watson hot dogs, there was a plastic card inside a pack of 8 hot dogs that you could literally take to the stadium and redeem a free ticket to the game for buying a pack of hot dogs.
But they were nosebleeds, to be fair.
It doesn't matter.
To be fair.
To be fair, there is no way that would ever happen now. Like, there is no shot of you getting free Phillies tickets
Randomly.
for buying hot dogs. Not randomly. They were in every pack.
I didn't know that.
They were in every pack, bro.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I mean, I knew they were in there. I didn't know it was every
Every
fucking-
pack.
So if I buy 2 packs of hot dogs, me and my kid can go to the game for free.
Yes. And still they couldn't fill the stadium.
You'll be doing that for Motley Crue tickets soon.
You believe that?
Absolutely.
Those I'll throw out because
He hates Motley. What's
I
your beef?
fucking hate Motley Crue.
What's that?
What's your beef?
Because they took out the only talent that was in the band.
Facts.
And
Thank you.
And continued to tour, and nothing happened.
And listen, you kind of, I don't know the details, but from what I, trying to, hey, we'll give you
Michael Gregory said, "Good morning, shit kickers and scallywags." Jim Schaefer said, "Good morning from the president of the VD Clinic, Space Pants."
Space Pants. Skip, scap, scallywags.
Hi, Michael.
Oh, Milk Carton Mike.
It's like you can't take somebody that owns 25% of the band and go, you know what? We're taking you out. Here's 5% for a year. You're done.
Let's discuss this for a second. Okay, let's discuss this for a second. Logistically, he was kind of fucked physically.
That's true.
Like, that's real. And if you remember, he said, "I'm not touring anymore." That was his idea. Like, you know that, right?
But the same sense is it's a corporation. And you know what? Just like any band does, what they do a lot of times, they'll bring the guy on. And guess what? Mick gets his money, but John 5 would just get his salary. They do it all the time.
They did kind of screw the dude.
They tried to screw the dude. He didn't sign the deal. They tried. He's like, "I'm
Yeah.
not taking 5%.
That's dirty.
I got to be honest, though, right? Wouldn't you negotiate? Okay, you're not touring, so your 25% of the take should go down to something.
How many of those tunes did he write?
Less than half.
Okay.
This is a fact.
Fire Pants said, "Good morning, all."
Hello.
Fire pans.
So maybe Nikki Sixx shouldn't get paid because he didn't play all the bass lines?
You mean any of the bass lines?
Oh, whoa, wait a minute. But he's still getting royalties. Well, how is that fair?
No, I can
for
explain
doing
it to you.
dick.
Writing the fucking song is the gig, and that motherfucker wrote all the songs and most of the lyrics. 90% of the lyrics are him. This is a fact. This is a fact.
Well, it's just like, well, I mean,
No,
I don't
I'm
know.
just saying, like,
I
don't-
feel like if anybody shouldn't be getting paid, it's Vince Neil.
who, by the way, has canceled 2 separate tours now with Motley, and they won't say why.
Yeah.
He's sick, man. There's something wrong.
Look, man, if you want a singer that's just going to be bad and fat, sign me up. I'll do the job. I'll get paid. Fuck it. I'm in.
Dye your hair blonde.
I feel they would never know, right? I feel like the
Shave,
thing
dye
of
your
it is,
hair blonde. They would never know.
A, you would sing your balls off, and it would be amazing.
It'd probably be better than him.
B, you really hate Motley Crue.
Yes. But for a
Like,
fucking paycheck like that, I will sing for anybody.
Like, what's that band I hate where Chester killed himself? What's that band?
Lincoln Park.
Lincoln Park.
Like, I wouldn't be in Lincoln Park for a paycheck because
I would.
I hate
I hated
1000%.
Lincoln Park before he was dead.
No. I've hated them their entire career.
Oh, I
They're
despise
like,
Linkin Park.
They're like fucking chalk on fucking.
Nails on a
chalkboard.
To me, I hate it. I hate it so much. I've always hated it. In 2001, when Hybrid Theory was a thing, my vacuous, retarded girlfriend, who was a smoke show, was like, "I really like this band," and I was like, "Okay, they're fucked."
I'll say this. I hated Hybrid Theory. I thought they turned into a decent band later.
I don't care. I
What's
hate
even horrible is I don't even know that name until now. That's how bad I hated them.
them. Well, Hybrid Theory sold like 10 million records. So
I
it was like a
still
thing.
never knew the name.
And then here's the worst part. STP was my favorite fucking band of all time. And then he joined the fucking band. Fuck.
Yeah, but that's
Fuck.
a good album, though.
Is it good or... I don't know. Is it okay? It's okay.
It's a good album.
What's going on now? I mean,
Have you seen them live?
no, I know they have that chick singer or whatever.
Oh, I thought you were talking about STP. I got really excited.
No, I don't watch Stone Temple
Okay,
Pilots
so-
without.
No, dude, I went. It is fucking amazing. It's
Why-
amazing.
Why? Because that singer can sing? Yeah. I'm sure he can.
Dude, musically, that band is the shit.
And here's the thing.
They
Just
write
because
good
you want to
tunes.
OD and die, I can't play music anymore. I'm not feeling that shit. And he did die of drugs. He died of drugs.
Yeah.
So it wasn't like car accidents a little different. You know what I mean? But he fucking eventually just died. I bought his book like an asshole. I know we're going on a tangent. Scott Weiland.
That's what we do.
But I bought his book, and the entire thing, all the songs that I grew up to and I loved, he's like, yeah, I wrote this record so I could buy more drugs. Like, literally says it in the book a few times.
Well, he's honest.
I mean, I'll give him that, but that's still a shitbag move. Like, we're
Kinda-
out here writing tunes for fucking pennies.
Well, it's kind of what Kurt Cobain did.
That's not accurate.
Well, he wrote music, bought drugs.
No, but no.
What he's saying is that Scott Weiland literally said that the sole purpose of him
I
being
don't want
in a
to
band,
be in Velvet Revolver, but drugs are expensive. Wrote it in the book, man. Wrote it in the book. And then he was like, well, the idea of standing next to Slash is kind of cool. And he wrote that too. And it was like, but he didn't want to be, like, we want to be in our bands. He didn't want to be in that fucking band.
Kind of wonder how many musicians just like, I don't really want to be in this band, but
Well, I can tell you the
all
one.
of Soundgarden,
It depends what time.
the end of Soundgarden.
In 96, I saw the tour with Johnny Mac, and Chris Cornell did not want to be there. And you could tell. You could just tell.
Yeah.
And he did it, and he fucking finished out his little run, and then they were done for fucking 12 years after that. That's a thing.
Yeah, that sucks. Soundgarden was cool as shit too. I love that band.
but we have the Melvins, so it was good.
I'm not a Melvins guy.
But they're still original. They still want to be there. They've never changed.
I'm not a Melvins guy. That's all I have to say. I'm not a Melvins guy.
Nor am I.
You can grow a little.
And
Just a little.
and I listen to a lot of dumb shit.
What's the dumbest thing you listen to? Starscream. Keep going.
No, it's the dumbest thing to sing on. Also false. The dumbest thing I listen to. I don't know. What do you consider dumb though?
Oh, I have an example of the dumbest thing that I listen to.
Go
To the
ahead.
point where I want to cover it. It's so dumb. And you're going to really think less of me when you hear it. But I don't even care. Because it's amazing. You don't even know what this is, do you?
Sounds familiar. Yeah, no.
What is it?
It's the ugly Simpson.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
Ashley Simpson. The one who fucking got caught lip syncing on television.
I thought you were going to say
That's
Homer.
pretty bad.
No. But like Jessica Simpson's hot again. And this one's still like, yep, I have a big nose. Fuck off. Here we go. Love it.
What is it? You make me want to what?
Makes me want to la-la.
Oh, that's weird.
Fucking love it.
Yeah, it's pretty
Yeah,
bad.
we definitely.
I'm not acknowledging that it's bad. It was me.
I think you called that one right. We're going to think different.
Jim Schaefer said Lincoln Park can link these nuts.
Ah, damn, Jim Schaefer, tell us how you really feel.
Right.
Jesus.
Then Michael Gregory said Vince Neil's currently hibernating for his role of Grumble in the live-action Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer.
Oh, that was a mean one.
I mean, he's not wrong.
Seen that meme
Stop
before.
sending me this shit.
Fuck you guys. It's a thing. It's a thing. Vince Neil looks like a piece of shit.
Maybe he's training for Lincoln Park.
No,
I seriously doubt it.
that chick got it.
And I think she's solid.
Dead Sarah is a great little band, right? And she's a phenomenal singer, but she's a, what's that thing called with the freaky deaky religion and the whatnot?
The
She's a
Scientology.
Scientologist?
Scientologist.
Does she do her own stunts?
And then she's
Tom Cruise won't come out of the closet.
and then she
But
supported.
Tom Cruise is a superhero. Sorry.
What were you saying?
I don't know. I'm waiting for you guys to finish.
I was done.
She supported Danny Masterson in writing, and like Linkin Park is total bleeding heart. Like we love the Me Too movement, yada yada yada. And then your chick, who's now your front person, is like covering for a rapist. That's a bad look.
Oops.
It did not go over well.
No, probably not.
Angie said, morning, friends.
Hello.
Heller.
Oh, man.
I think there's more covering Danny right now.
Danny's got problems, man.
No, I heard he's having a really nice time in the prison. Did you see that story? It came out this week.
No, I did not.
He's got like a little TV, and there's like a little cable in there, right? He watches stuff, and then he gets like $350 a month to spend in the commissary thing out of his millions of dollars, which is the max I think you're allowed to put in or something like that. And he's just eating like honey buns and just living his best life.
And the ramen. Probably ramen.
And he,
There's only one thing better than that. not being in jail.
Yeah, I think he's fine.
Listen, if I really wanted to, sir, I could spend $350 a month on honey buns too, and I could do it from the comfort of my own fucking home,
And not have
So
to
there's
worry
that.
about somebody visiting you late at night.
Do you sleep in a race car bed?
My roommates are going to get me a CB radio so I can talk to other race car beds.
And talk to other car beds.
You mean your parents? My
I
roommates.
was thinking about getting an alarm. That is
that the best?
That might be the most underrated movie ever, dude. Grandma's Boy is hysterical.
Go
They
ahead.
need to make those for adults. I would own one.
What?
You can build one.
I don't want to build. I want to just buy a race car. But like, you go to the store and be like, "Hey, there's a pirate ship."
Are
bed."
you Milhouse's father?
Kurt Van Houten. Can I borrow a feeling?
All right, this isn't even on the list, so this doesn't count as a topic.
I don't give a shit.
They killed Marge.
It's a flash forward.
And
Not
that's the
really.
thing. And that's like misleading. The article's misleading.
Yeah.
Did you watch it?
No, I haven't watched it yet.
Dude, how long has Homer been putting up with their shit? It was about time he got to do one.
She's like the perfect wife, dude. She hardly ever gives him shit about anything. She takes care of everything around the house.
Blue pubic hair, annoying voice, and then the sisters. I don't know, man. I don't know, man.
The sisters would be a tough sell.
She's been gray as a mule for years. I think that popped into my head while landscaping in 100-degree weather on Monday.
Why didn't you send it to me?
Because I was landscaping, but I was like, she's been gray as a mule for years. I was like, no one's gonna get that joke except for Dave.
I get it.
Was he teaching night school?
Yeah. He was doing like a marriage counseling class.
That's not your fist, is it?
Yes.
There's such thing as that.
Is that her fist?
It's an artist's rendering, but
Jim
really
said
nice.
Diz is a superstar at the Cracker Factory. Michael Gregory said Vex takes Lois over Marge.
Yes, Lois is a hooer.
also, yeah, Lois a freak in the sheets,
Yo,
bro.
Lois literally
Lois
bangs
fucked Gene Simmons.
Dexy's Midnight Runners.
Jake Isles.
Haim? Is that you? Lois is the one. And then if you remember,
That's her? Loose Lois?
they, they had that flashback where she's the girl from Caddyshack, pretty much.
Yeah.
Like she's like a smoke show.
Yeah, Lois by far, yeah.
And then Rich Dad. I'm there. I'm there.
Which, what?
Lois's father's a cajillionaire.
Oh, yeah.
I'm
Mr.
there.
Peter Schmidt.
I would fucking, yeah, I'd be living in their house.
Yeah. Yeah, I'd be doing that.
Fucking working here at a beer store. Or what is it, a brewery?
Yeah.
The brewery.
What was his job before the brewery? Do you remember?
Toy Factory.
He was a toy factory
Yeah.
guy? I didn't remember that.
Mr. Weed was his boss, the gay dude.
Oh, yes.
Hello, Peter. This is Alejandro.
So back, I'm reeling this back around. So Motley Crue, right?
Sucks. Horrible.
Do you guys remember when Jakey Lee was supposed to replace Mick Mars in Motley Crue?
I do not remember that.
It was right after Shout at the Devil and before the Home Sweet Home debacle. Well, not debacle. And before Vince Neil killed some people in his car. They were talking to that guy.
Allegedly. No.
Oh,
he
no,
didn't.
no, they
he
were.
definitely did.
And then Mick was like, yeah, there's a partnership and stuff. And I didn't know this until the whole thing had happened. But Mick's family are the people who backed Motley Crue in the first year run.
Okay.
So he was really ingrained deep in those fuckers.
Plus, he was like years ahead of them in the music industry and understood how to protect himself.
Apparently not.
Well, he's still being protected, still getting paid.
As long as he's getting paid.
Well, I know they're not going to pay him currently. I know every tour Johnny Five did, they're not cutting him that check because it's like in litigation. They're going to hold it up and hold it up
Yeah.
and hold it up. They're going to hope if he dies, they win, you know?
And he probably will soon.
I don't know about that. Motherfucker's been around a long time.
He's pretty beat up, dude. Like,
Has he been an asshole?
No, he's been the only nice guy in Motley Crue.
Then
they
there's a
said.
pretty good chance he dies.
yeah.
You know, it's-
Assholes live forever, which is awesome for all of us.
That
Wow.
is pretty nice
This
to
is
know,
pretty
isn't
nice.
it?
I don't know. I'm kind of rolling the dice. Depends on the day I might live or die.
I mean, in our case, it depends on who you ask.
Every day, I'm ready not to be here anymore, and every day I keep waking up.
But technically, Vex, if I could ask people, you're living forever. You know, it's-
I'm gonna live
No,
forever.
I'm fucked because I don't want to be here, so I'm just gonna live. I'm not live everybody, and I don't want to.
every time Vex fires somebody, it's like, there's another 10 years on his life.
Katie McGrogan said, morning fuckers, happy Friday and cheers to cooler weather. Facts. Jim said, Vex, who do you prefer, Lois or Francine? And Katie said, super glad the man who's going to read me bedtime stories is back. What up, Diz? I thought she was talking about Colin.
That was Colin.
Yeah.
She's
What,
confused.
so is she acting like a whore?
Janet. Rossi.
Yeah.
R. 3 R. There's a whore in your building.
Let me make this very clear. I don't know how to read.
All right, Milk Carton Mike said, talking about misleading articles, The Sun put out an article last night saying Black Sabbath reunion hits a snag as legendary singer pulls out of show. Later in the article, you read it's an opening act of a singer I've never heard of. That's kind of shitty.
Wolfgang Van Halen.
He backed out.
Yeah, he's got a tour that starts like the next day.
Yeah, imagine being a singer of that band. You're never going to be known. It's just kind
Of what band?
Wolfgang's.
He's the singer.
Like I said.
He's not singing on that. Is he?
Who are you people? And why are you in my house?
That's why we don't listen. That tells you everything I said right there. I don't even know who the singer he is, even though he's the singer.
He's the guy. Oh. And he played every instrument.
He's pretty good.
He's very good.
He's kind of like Prince,
No.
but alive.
One had a waist. And one was a waist, but I'm bump.
Prince was a beautiful man. All 112 pounds.
Hey, listen. Anytime a girl needed a hit, she just had to have sex with Prince. I need a new hit. Come on over here.
Do you know what I
Let me write you a
learned
song.
from Prince and Paul Stanley?
What?
If you perform and dance in high heels on stage, you will need a hip replacement.
Probably.
I'm not kidding. I learned that from them.
James Brown was fine.
Never had high heels.
James Brown always had high heels.
I think he wore some heels. I think I
he
seen
wore
video.
James
Like
Brown
the
always wore those little
platforms.
pump things going on.
All right, I'll give you that.
I don't know if they're high heels. They were like,
Not in the way that
But
Prince
literally,
and
Prince
Stanley
and
did.
Paul Stanley had women's high heels.
They were
Like,
rocking hooker boots.
Yeah,
yes.
like literally for like their entire career. And Paul Stanley got the hip replacement, and Prince didn't, and that's why he's dead. You know that, right?
Yeah, because he was throwing down oxys and perks.
His
because he needed
his
the hip
religion
replacement.
wouldn't let him get surgery like that. So in order to just deal with it, he took all those fucking pills. And then one day, his doctor or whatever didn't come through, and he bought some on the street, or he had someone buy him on the street, and it was a fentanyl, and he didn't know, and he just died in his elevator.
Right in an elevator. Bunch of bullshit.
I just realized all the sparkle that's on this counter.
Spakala.
He's the sparkle.
what is Paul Stanley over there?
Excuse
Hey,
me?
Because she's mentioned all the sparkle
That's
on the
hurtful.
counter.
I love Paul Stanley.
I'm just saying, he's the most sparkly.
Yes.
And I appreciate that.
Now it's me because he retired. I literally have backup sparkly belts. You don't know because you missed the show.
Yeah,
I also missed the show.
I at least made it there afterwards. Like I seen the remnants of the empty parking lot.
Well, you live there, so you're just going home.
I had intentions of coming.
Did you really?
I was gonna come.
A lot of weird stuff happened.
So I was gonna show up, and then wifey decided that she wanted to come to the nail. So
Did she enjoy her night out?
I think so.
You
It
guys-
wasn't long.
You guys had a good show. Sounded
because
good.
we kind of had to. We dropped the baby off at her mom's house, so I kind of couldn't be out all night,
I dig
drive
it.
all the way up to see you guys. So
There's a couple of things I have about that night I want to ask.
shoot,
Did you get all the fucking drummers I sent you?
I did, yes.
Did anyone reach out to anyone?
Oh, I haven't contacted anyone.
Secondly, you really gonna buy something? Is that happening?
I don't know. We'll talk about that off air. That's it.
Okay.
That's in the beginning stages of.
It sounded pretty deep on Sunday, like it was a thing, and I was just like,
We got into it, but there's a window there, so we don't have to rush into anything. But possibly
I don't know if you should do that.
do what I want.
Okay.
Katie said, so that is the sole reason Vex doesn't wear heels. Patty said, good morning, happy Friday, friends.
Hello.
Hello.
And Milk Carton Mike said, hooker boots like Sean Connery and Zardoz.
Yes. Just like that, actually.
Did you ever wear high heels?
No.
Why you?
Hey, number one, you know I'm not exactly vertically challenged, right?
Did
I
you ever
understand
try
that.
them on? Like, just to see how they
Dude,
would
high
look?
heels are gonna stick
Well,
into the grass.
My feet are so big that I couldn't wear any women's shoes that I've been with in my life. It wouldn't even work.
Yeah.
No. The concept is like
Nowadays
frankly,
they make
mean,
like
like,
big high heels.
I'm
and
gonna have to
shit.
buy them though. Like,
Yeah, well,
that's what's
custom
hard.
made like Shaq heels.
Have you ever tried on like the high boots? Like Like,
Again, not vertically challenged. It never came up. I remember in the 90s when the goth thing was that heel that was like just an elevation, but I wasn't short, so I didn't give a fuck. I was like, I'm not doing that. I've never even tried them on. And then I had friends who fucked with that because they were tinier people.
I am short and I couldn't give a shit. Like,
You're not that guy.
I'm not doing that.
You're not
Like,
that guy. But no, I never. The height was never an issue. Hair's an issue. Let me tell you that. But
I wouldn't know.
never height.
Yeah, I'm getting there.
No, but you have hair and you're kind of tall, so fuck you.
Also that. Kiss my ass.
Well, I'm still not wearing heels.
I wouldn't recommend it. You'll need a hip replacement.
Dude, I already need enough shit replaced. My back, my arm. That's all I fucking need is hips.
Yoga.
My neck, my back.
My neck and my back.
Yeah, DDP had a deal, 50% off the yoga this
Did
week.
you buy it?
No, I didn't know how to run it on my phone, so I had to ask my kid to help me with it.
Can I tell you the real secret for real?
Huh?
I'm old. Do you have a DVD player still?
No.
Oh my god. I'll buy you a fucking DVD player. Just get the DVD.
I have an Xbox.
All right, does that work? I don't know.
Xbox plays
That
DVD.
sounds like a DVD player to me.
So
Yeah.
you do have a DVD player. Just buy them at a
you're a
discount
liar.
on eBay. For like $80, you can buy the whole set on eBay, and then you own it.
Yeah.
That's what I did,
And you can do it whenever you want.
and I do.
Yeah.
I'm not fucking the phone shit ever. Fuck that. I don't give a fuck.
No, I had to download, buy it. Dude, if I can't buy anything on the phone. If I push anything, it's like decline.
I'm going to say this slower. Have you used eBay in the arc of your life?
I don't know.
So I'm just buying you the yoga. Okay, cool.
Remember the Weird Al song about eBay?
No.
It's one of those boy band tunes.
Was it really?
Yeah.
That was a bit past me.
I got these tubes.
Oh, the Backstreet Boys sing.
Oh,
Al alarm clock.
That's a great lyrics.
I'm on it almost every day. I bought it on eBay.
Did you hear the Howard Stern version of that?
No,
You have
I
to.
have not. Howard Stern sucks.
Oh, it's so
But this
bad.
this was bad when he was actually decent
It's so
years
bad.
ago. Now it's not.
It's so bad.
That show is a pile of
I
shit.
guarantee he doesn't go to his shows and get yelled at for things that he says on his program anymore.
Is that a thing?
Yes, you were the one. You're like, I was approached and told that you had said some off-color remarks on the program, and I don't know what they are. That's
But
what you
my
said to
first
me.
reaction was did I say something too?
It was just me. It turns out.
Because it's usually I get affiliated with him out of no fucking
Look,
reason, and I'm nice.
I got
What?
no background information, all right? What I was told was the vaguest thing in the history of the world. All I got told was that people were angry about something and that they weren't mad at me.
And that's all that matters.
That's
So fuck
all
me
I
and
got
Vax.
told. And then power went out and people lost their shit and then
Came back on though. We shouldn't have fucking left.
Brian was out for like a week, bro.
What did you say?
The power.
What did you say?
Brian.
Brian?
You know, Brian, he was out for a week without no power.
Who's Brian?
His band member.
No,
correct?
Brian. You know Brian long.
See, I don't know. Oh,
Long-
okay.
long- yeah.
Who? I never know who he is, so I get it. Is it back on?
Yeah, finally.
The mom's there, right?
No, nobody's there. He lives there by himself. But dude,
Okay.
he's like at 104 degrees with nothing, dude.
Yeah, but he's all right.
Oh, he's fine. He wasn't.
He could have crashed at your house. You don't care.
He wasn't complaining or anything. He's just like, this sucks.
I thought he was talking about what's the name of your? Is it the bass player?
His name's Mike.
Is that what his name is?
It
Mike.
is.
Yes.
With the little Captain Spaulding hat when he was drunk out there.
Yes.
Is that him? Okay.
yes.
That was my favorite flyer I've ever made
Oh
in
my
my
god, I
entire life.
love that.
awesome.
Such a good flyer.
It was good times. And it worked out well.
I was trying to get back in there in August, and they're booked.
Where?
Ruba.
Oh, okay.
Michael Gregory said, buying sports cards and comic book stuff, eBay is my crack after Ben and Jerry's.
He does like Ben and Jerry's.
Who doesn't like Ben and Jerry's?
I think I don't like Ben and
It's
Jerry's.
expensive, though. Their pints
It
are
is
expensive.
It is expensive.
I was a Haagen-Dazs guy when I was eating a lot of ice cream.
We'll get you some real ice cream and get to Wisconsin.
I can't eat ice cream, Diz.
Custard.
I
frozen
can't
custard.
eat that stuff.
Can't eat frozen custard.
You can.
I won't.
But you won't. That's what
You
I'm
can't
saying.
be
You
fat
can.
and bald. You get one or the other.
A little cup of frozen
You're not even
custard.
listening to the words I'm saying, are you? For some reason that I don't understand, that's a problem for my body. I can eat a lot of stuff. I can't eat that. I can't eat it.
or coffee.
So you're lactose intolerant, probably. No, because he does get
No,
coffee.
I don't get sick at all. I get fat.
Oh.
I can have a little bit of ice cream and wake up the next day and gain 4 pounds. That's insane.
Well, he does like his coffee in the Dominican Republic.
No. I love coffee. It's all the sugar I put in it.
We
That's
gotta do
the problem.
you gotta do espressos, dude. The nice old school espressos.
Yeah, you don't know this about me. Oh, you don't listen to the podcast. It
You really
turns
are going
out-
to live forever. You know that, right?
No, hope not.
For a person that says that they're all right with checking
I'm ready
out,
to go today.
You really have put zero effort in, and I'm kind of disappointed.
He's
about
be
it, to be
burying
honest
us.
with you,
He'll be
all right?
burying us all.
I do eat poorly
Right.
still,
That's false. I'm gonna bury you all. I'm gonna live for fucking ever.
and that's the irony. It'll be us going.
I
We'll be
thought it
Beavis
could
and
have
Butthead
might
at
have
80.
been me.
Huh?
That I'd be burying you guys.
Yeah,
Me.
you got a job.
Yeah.
Thank God Trish is young. It's her problem. Like I'm
I
not
already
burying
told
anybody
Johnny
else.
Mac the deal right there.
I'm selling the house.
No, you're not.
We're not. No.
Yes, I'm telling you right now. He already knows it. We've got it lined up, and he's like, "Whatever you want, babe. Whatever you want."
You're legitimately contemplating taxidermying your husband.
And putting him right there on the drum seat. Fucking A right. Maybe with the drumsticks in the hand too. Then remember
Is
when we
this Rob
talked about
Zombie's
it.
new movie? I mean, the Halloween failed.
Remember, you replace the drummer. That drummer has to pick him up and
In
put
the
him
shadow.
Physically move Johnny
No,
Mac off the
physically
drum kit.
in the shadow of Johnny Mac forever. I'm gonna get a stool with wheels and just slide him over.
Can't do this job, Bex. He's always here, staring, judging. I don't like it with those glassy eyes, looking into
Why
my
are
soul.
his piercing blue eyes open and
I
looking
feel
right
like
at
this
me?
is Spinal Tap.
Why? That would mean he would have to spontaneously combust.
Milk Carton Mike said, "Did someone try and give Vex some onion flavored ice cream?"
No, I eat ice cream and I gain weight immediately. I love ice cream. It's amazing. I can't ingest it. It makes me fat immediately.
I was gonna say because I haven't seen any pictures of your mint
'Cause I
chocolate
can't
chip
do
ice
it.
cream cone.
I just can't do it.
I rarely eat ice cream.
I love it.
Almost never.
But then I waited so fucking long for my weird diet from last year that when I finally did ingest it, it wasn't even good. It wasn't bad, but it wasn't like I used to love it. My body kind of
Eat some cheese curds, then. That's always good.
Cheese curds are fire. Diz is not fucking lying.
But I love coffee. Do you know if I take an espresso, I can go right to sleep?
I'm the same way.
So it doesn't do anything for
I
me.
have triple shots of espresso. But you gotta get that shit in Florida, that Cuban shit they
Bro,
make.
That's called cocaine.
Please write down.
Wait.
That's called cocaine, Dave. That might be it.
They might
That's
be.
all I'm writing is that might be cocaine.
That-
That's
No,
called
that is cocaine.
That's called cocaine.
That's called cocaine.
So, I feel like, and it might just be like a psychosomatic response because I'm so used to starting my day with coffee.
You are a psycho.
I'm aware. But I feel like the first cup of coffee I have during the day wakes me up. I do feel like that. However, any coffee past that point, not a thing. And I can definitely go right to bed after a cup of coffee. Like, it doesn't bother me at all.
This sounds retarded, and I apologize in advance.
Insanity!
But this is how I literally wake up in the morning. If I'm laying in bed and you don't want to get up, I stand up, I get a 25-pound weight in each arm, and I do 30 of these fucking things in the mirror. Your heart starts beating.
That's
You're
not
awake.
retarded. It was the Ashley Simpson CD that was.
That's far worse. I mean, he's
So-
right.
This wasn't Ashley. Or was it Ashley? This is Ashley.
So-
Yeah.
He doesn't even know who his favorite singer is.
I didn't say my favorite singer. The song's amazing.
Sometimes I just wake up and start screaming at the crushing weight of reality. That's how I start my day.
I wake up. Oh fuck! Oh shit! I gotta go! Hurry up! One boot on, one boot out the door.
See, I'm never late, so it's not a problem.
Yeah.
There's no
Also, Vex has plans for the day.
every day.
Robot said, "Good morning, people."
Hello!
Fire Pants said, "Stop worrying about weight at this age in your life, Vex." Laughing emoji. And then Cobalt Zero said, "Good morning."
That's why I have to worry. That guy's old as fuck and looks amazing.
He does look
looks
fucking
fucking 40
amazing.
years old. Looks
I know.
amazing.
And he's got great fucking hair too.
He looks better than all of us.
Put together.
It's a thing.
He's
fucker.
He wins.
He wears the big boots.
And doesn't need to because he's gigantic.
He's already like 6'4".
Yup.
It's a thing.
It's a thing. I never did that.
You can try it.
That's Johnny Zero's thing.
Again, what he was already tall. Like,
Well,
why
Johnny
do
Zero-
tall people already do that.
Huge Kiss fan. Elevator.
Cheers.
I can hear Jim in my mind. You can listen to what is it? What's the fucking punchline? Jim will write it probably.
Emerson, Lake and Palmer.
You can listen to Emerson, Lake and Palmer if you want, but I'd rather listen to Kiss.
Cobalt threw up a heart emoji.
He's the bestest.
He is.
And he wins. He wins life. He moved away from all the insanity. He bought a beautiful fucking house. Like, he just won at life.
His wife is so sweet.
His kids are happy and
kids are
healthy.
great,
Like,
yeah.
he wins at life, man.
He's doing it. He's doing it big.
I'm inspired by him. I'm like, okay, what am I gonna do in 10 years from now? I'll be like that guy.
Anybody that leaves here is definitely on the way of winning the life.
I don't know, man. New York's getting really bad with the taxation.
Yeah, I wouldn't want to live there.
No, you gotta go to the country or somewhere.
And the guy who won yesterday, or was it 2 days ago?
Dude lives in the desert, bro. Like in the middle of the desert.
That's exactly why.
Cobalt said, when I met Johnny, we both had them on.
How cool is that?
It doesn't surprise me.
What that weird guy won? That mayor or whatever, they had an election.
Well, it wasn't an election. It's a primary.
Oh,
He's a communist, and he's how do I say this diplomatically?
Don't.
Of
Just
Islamic descent.
Ooh.
whatever. New York, just let it go. Who cares? It's gonna fall in the ocean soon, anyways.
We can only hope.
Do you remember the guy who had the Angels or some shit with the red fucking beret cap in the 80s in New York? Do you guys remember this?
Yeah.
He's running.
Oh, good.
But look at it this way, dude. We might be alive to actually fucking see Snake Plissken.
Nah, that's not gonna happen. Remember?
Curtis Sliwa, that was his name.
Yeah, he's running right now. The current president's from there, so not happening in New York. Not putting a wall up. Snake Plissken.
Fuck that.
Come on,
It's like the best movie, right?
it is the best movie.
Is it? Is it though?
It's up there.
Did you hear the bell, though? Did you, though?
They were still talking. I was trying to make
Nobody,
them stop.
I feel so disrespected right now.
I was trying to make them stop.
All right, well, I'm done talking with you. Michael Gregory said, Cobalt wins. The rest of us are collectively Louis Anderson working at McDowell's. And then Cobalt said Muslim.
Pretty soon, you get to be assistant manager, and that's when the big bucks start rolling in.
And you get the checks. Who knew that he wanted cack? Who knew?
Louis Anderson was he gay?
Are you being sarcastic? Oh my god!
I mean, I have my suspicions, but
The last thing he did before he died was played a lady on on 3 seasons of Baskets.
she's a lady.
Whoa, she's a lady.
Shockingly good as a lady. Like, he was great.
Well, he's had some practice, it sounds like.
With those giant gaps in his teeth. Oh, it was so classy.
Now, a fun fact about Louis Anderson, it says he was the subject of gay rumors, but he never said he was gay. In the 90s, he was blackmailed by a man named Richard Gordon, who said Anderson propositioned him for sex at a Vegas casino in 93. Anderson paid Gordon $100,000, but then Gordon came back with a demand of $250,000.
Now, if you're not gay, do you pay the $100,000? Because
I ain't
I'm
paying
not.
shit.
If I'm not a fig, let's go to court. Let's talk. Let's fight about this.
But at that time, you can't have that out. You know what I mean?
Who cares?
Barry Manilow went how many years till he finally like,
Barry Manilow.
All right.
Barry Manilow.
Can you've
tell
never
him, heard this story?
Tell him the story. It's so good.
For our loyal listeners and for the people on this show, this story has been told before. However, for your benefit, I will regale the people with this magnificent fucking tale yet again.
9:07 a.m. Go ahead.
Okay. So, as a young child, maybe 7 years old, my parents had friends. And we would sometimes go over their house for dinner and drinks. You know, the parents would hang out. And they had, like, a really awesome basement. Like, it was all set up. It was nice. It was like, they had, like, a big fancy stereo and a pool table down there. And, like, it was cool. They had a kid who was a couple years older than me, but he was a special needs kid. Cool. He had his thing, whatever. Every time they'd send us down the basement, leave us down there while they sat in the kitchen and smoked cigarettes inside the house like people of that era were apt
right,
to
70s.
do. Right. They'd pound a bunch of booze, smoke a bunch of cigarettes, talk a lot of shit, and then drive home with their kid in the backseat while they were hammered. That's what those people did. It's cool. That's how it
The
went
cars
down.
were tanks, so.
Anyway, I digress. I was like 7 years old. This kid was maybe like 11, right? So a little older than me, but again, special needs. Every time I went over to the house, the first thing they said, we went downstairs into the basement, don't touch the stereo. Cool. I never touched the stereo. They had a record player and a wall full of 45s, right? Sure enough, every time I was there, I'm 7 years old. I don't really understand what special needs is, but I know this kid's a little different. Every time I'm there, within an hour, this kid gets into the record player and digs out a Barry Manilow album, puts it on, right on the turntable, turns the volume on the stereo up as loud as it can go. And the second the first note hits, the kid starts full speed sprinting laps around the basement and yelling, Barry Manilow! Barry Manilow! Barry Manilow!
Hence, why not touch the
To this day, every time I hear the name Barry Manilow, that's all I can see in my fucking head is this kid doing fucking laps around a pool table. Barry Manilow! I literally am scarred for life by this.
Now you understand why he wasn't supposed to touch the
Is the
stereo
kid still
system,
around?
right?
I have no idea.
We almost got to find him.
I don't even remember their name, honestly. But it was a thing.
Mary Manilow.
Fuck my whole shit up back then, dude. You don't even know. That's traumatic as fuck when you don't get what's going on, dude.
But it's a story you'll never forget. So actually, he gave you a gift.
It's a story
No,
I've told on the show
It's
several times.
not right for 7. If you're 12, it's good. 7, that's some traumatic shit that
Yeah.
you're like a little fucked up over for a long time.
Fire Pants just did laughing emojis across.
Mary Manilow.
It's a great story. It's funny now because I can tell the story to people out there in the world and it's hilarious. But man, not then, dude. That shit fucked me up, dude. That's not cool at
The
all.
70s are kind of the time you just sort of just shut the fuck up and didn't say much. You
It was
just got,
1988.
Yeah, number one, he's not as old as you think he is. I can't stress that
okay,
enough.
88. That's still the just kind of shut your
No, no.
mouth and sort of.
Mathematically, it's way past the 70s. It's like a whole.
It's 70s, 80s, same fucking difference.
Absolutely not. Mostly because
Kiss
of
was still
cocaine.
around.
Barely.
Kiss!
By then it was it? Hold on.
That dude that was in the band for like a cup of coffee and then bounced.
Vinnie
again.
Vincent.
No, that's Mark St. John. Just so we're crystal fucking clear. Vinnie Vincent's on 2 records.
Mark St. John. That sounds like a porn name. Mark St. John.
And literally in his book, Paul Stanley's like, I don't know, man. It was the 80s. Everybody had Saint something next to their fucking name. We were like, all right then.
I mean, he's kind of right.
It's like every 80s porn star, you know.
Dexter St. Jock.
Jenner St.
Swinging his dick.
Jenna
Thrown over his
Jameson and
shoulder.
John St. John.
What you crying for?
Forever. That's what Kiss sounded like right around then.
Oh, God.
Co-written with Michael Bolton.
Can we... The 80s were not a good musical generation, dude. I'm sorry.
No. They had a lot
Here's
of
what
good stuff in
happened.
the 80s.
I got
Cocaine.
so old that all those songs when I was 6, 7, 9, 10, man, they come on the radio and I'm in the car and I'm like, woo! And I didn't get it. Like, I didn't like it when I was 6. But now it's this beautiful nostalgia. Like, it's on B101. Oh, I'm rocking the fuck out of all that shit.
Michael Gregory said, I can imagine Dave running full speed in the opposite direction, yelling, Neil Diamond, Neil Diamond.
Hey, don't fuck with Neil Diamond. That dude's awesome.
They're coming to America today! And that was my childhood. Oh, turn on your heart light.
Forever in
Music,
Blue
get
Jeans.
on board.
Right?
Do
Forever
you
in
know?
Blue
Do you know the
Jeans.
Forever in Blue Jeans joke?
You told me that, but I can't. I
So,
forgot.
or hold on, I'm blanking on everything. Who's the guy from Step Brothers?
Which guy?
The guy from Saturday Night Live.
Will Ferrell?
So Will Ferrell is playing Neil Diamond on Saturday Night Live in the 90s. The bass player is the dad from Roseanne,
John Goodman?
John Goodman. And he's like doing a storyteller's thing. And he's like, yeah, man, Forever in Blue Jeans. I wrote this song by the time I killed a drifter to get an erection. And I just, and to me, it was hysterical. It's just a blip on Saturday Night Live that no one cares about.
Yeah.
And then he starts discussing the bass player's like, he's like, yeah, man, I really enjoy the adult arts. He's like, yeah. And the bass player leans in, John Goodman. He's like, yeah, man, he likes that bare legal porn you can't even send through the mail. It's disturbing. I don't like it.
So good.
About the time I killed a drifter to get an erection. Forever in blue jeans. I feel like the effort of the kill would make my dick not want to get hard. Like your heart's beating.
I don't think I want to kill anybody.
That's what I'm saying. I'm
Seems
with
like
you.
It seems like a lot of work. I'm just saying.
And it's not even the killing. It's a lot. All right, the killing's probably a lot of work. But then the getting rid of the it's a
The
whole,
cleanup. It's the fucking cleanup.
it's the whole thing. You got to call
I have people to
Samantha.
see-
You're not a politician, obviously.
Yet. That's why I wrote that book. So
I'm not,
Because that's what they do. They just kind of go, hey, you know, let's get rid of this
not
problem.
necessarily a politician, but a political family. Then you can just drive into a lake.
or Clinton.
Yep.
He killed a guy.
I noticed that Veronica's not watching the fucking podcast anymore. We've been fighting about politics for like 3 weeks. She sent me a thing about how great Clinton was as a president, and I had to like actually change the bullet points. Like, well, actually NAFTA and like all these.
Kind of
things.
coming, just not to bring it back. There is Motley Crue.
There is Molly.
Vince Neil. He did
He
what?
killed a guy. Actually, he killed a girl.
He calls it no.
That was
He
a chick.
killed a guy. Razzle, the drummer from Hanoi Rocks.
Cobalt said Will Ferrell, Epstein alumni, scum.
Oh, I didn't know that.
All right.
And you know what's going to happen right now? He's sending me 43 things on Facebook that I can check.
All right.
Right
First
now.
off, you're incorrect. He's sending us 43 things. Which I will look at all of them, my dear friend Cobalt. I promise you. Everything that you send, I do look at. I really do.
Cobalt said he's a killer.
Forever in blue jeans.
He was a killer. He was a mess. I'm sorry that you probably never seen that movie.
What movie is it?
Slapshot.
You know what's fucked up, man? I almost watched it last week.
It's
It is great, right?
one of my all-time favorite
That
movies.
same vacuous bitch who told me she loved fucking Linkin Park, that was her favorite movie. And because I was like, fuck you, I'm not watching this movie.
No, it's spectacular.
But it's been like 25 years.
Cobalt did laughing emojis across the screen.
24 years.
It's really good.
I'm going to watch it.
Some of it doesn't transfer anymore because it's from the 70s.
Paul Newman's going to get my legs broke.
Paul Newman's going to have my legs broke. Oh, my corn. That's King Size Homer.
My favorite line ever in the history of The Simpsons is, you shot who in the what now?
Who shot who in the what now?
I just love that. I love that so
Jasper.
much. It's so good.
Cobalt said, hell yeah, handsome bros.
Yes, the Hansons.
Wait, the band?
No.
Oh.
There's
That's what I thought, too.
There's a set of triplets on the hockey team. They're the Hanson brothers.
No shit?
They're not technically triplets.
I'm going to watch that today.
As they say in the movie, I'm in the middle. Steve's 20, Jeff's 18. Yeah. You'll see.
You'll see.
You'll see. I don't like the way it ends. Also in that movie, remember A Christmas Story?
Of course.
Okay, the mom from A Christmas Story,
Who's young.
is young, and her titties are out for about 9 minutes straight.
Is she attractive there?
Yes, actually.
All right, you got to look this up, producer. If I'm not mistaken, when the Christmas Story movie is filmed, the dad's like 55 years old and the mom's 30.
Nice.
The actors, like when that movie,
Acting.
he's like, and he looked really fucking old when I was a kid in the movie, but you're a little kid, so you're like, I guess that's what dads kind of look like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But
Oh my god, he was 61 at the time
Jesus.
of filming.
that's so fucking old.
Yeah.
To have an 8-year-old kid?
Yep, that's what it says.
Jesus.
Dude, George Jefferson's wife was like way older than him during like the Jeffersons.
No, I knew that. I think 10 years, right?
But yeah, you'll enjoy it.
Okay.
And but a weird thing about everybody in the 70s and all the shows, you think everybody was older. Like you believe like Edith and Archie Bunker were like in their 40s or something. Like
Archie was like 38 when he got that role.
And the mom in the story, Melinda Dillon, she was 43 at the time.
She was fucking 43?
Yep.
Wow.
Yeah.
But still, 43 and 61 is a little
That's-
fucked
yeah.
up.
So, in the film, I don't want to spoil it for you. I'll let you watch it.
Oh, excuse me, I'm going to watch it today.
But there's a great what he does after he beds her is hysterical.
what film?
What else is
Slapshot.
the father in? Do an IMDb. He's in something else where he's like, is it the fucking baseball movie? 8 Men
The
a Half?
Natural.
Is he in The Natural? Never.
Yes.
Don't look it up. He's in The Natural. I couldn't
Yeah.
remember what it was.
Yep.
And he's like a dick.
Yeah, he's a piece of shit.
Yeah. Ah, what's up with your bat there, boy? Marty?
I have a mustache.
But he looked like he would be that guy because he was alive long enough to have been that guy.
Kyle
All right.
from Incantation has a mustache.
Michael Gregory said Bill Belichick disagrees.
She's 11.
Yeah.
11.
Ah.
And she's not even buxom. She's like really tiny and fucking thin. Like it's a thing.
Does anybody know the band Anal Cunt?
Oh yeah.
Yes.
All right.
Mental illness though. It's kind of confirmed at this point.
What?
The singer was like,
Oh, well, the band is fucked up. Back in the day, in the 90s, they released one of their albums. I think all of them are actually like this, but they released one album, and it's like 40 tracks on the album, and every song is like a minute or less long. And like every song title is just what he screams repeatedly through the song. And they're all fucked up titles.
he was mentally ill.
One of the titles is like, haha, you've got cancer. But it was the side project. The dude who plays drums for Incantation is a dude named Kyle, and this was his side project. He played drums for Anal Cunt. And one of their songs, which is again only a minute long, is called Kyle from Incantation Has a Mustache. That's the name of the song. And that's the only lyrics are Kyle from Incantation Has a Mustache. And then one time we went to see another death metal band. I don't remember who it was, but Anal Cunt was opening. And when we went to see them, we saw Kyle from Incantation playing drums.
And he indeed.
And nothing else. No hair anywhere else. Shaved head, shaved face, just a mustache. That's all he had.
Embracing it.
Yeah.
All right.
My buddy's like, holy shit, Kyle from Incantation really has a mustache.
The first time I'd ever heard of Anal Cunt in my entire life. Remember that movie, Dazed and Confused?
Yes.
Remember the kid who was the baseball player, like the freshman?
Yeah.
There was a guy,
Mitch Kramer.
named Colin from the suburbs of Philadelphia. I wasn't from the suburbs. I was from the city. And we would all congregate at South Street in the fucking mid-90s. This is what we did. This is where Snuffy and Ron became a thing. Like, we were all there. So Colin, who looks exactly like Mitch, but with blonde hair. But he looks 11 years old. And he's not. He's like 19 or 18 or whatever. This nicest kid in the world. He walks into the fucking record spot on South Street. He's like, hi, excuse me. Do you guys have any Anal Cunt? And he's like the nicest kid, right?
Rock and Roll Plus.
But yes! Yes! Right? Okay. So it's hysterical. And the guy behind the counter's like, yeah, man, we don't have that. He's like, could you possibly order it? I would love to hear some Anal Cunt, please.
Do you remember having to order CDs that fucking people didn't have?
Yes! Yes.
Kids today don't know the struggle, bro.
The internet's a weird thing to
I think
me.
I still got some Mentor albums sitting around.
Are you a Mentors fan?
I love the Mentors.
It's pretty shitty, bro.
Music was decent. Music.
No, it wasn't.
It's pretty shitty.
And then, like, the whole, like, oh, my God.
Hey, remember that band you liked that you were enough to special order their album? Yeah, they suck.
I never met the Mentors or saw them, but I know exactly what they smell like, if you know what I mean.
Music. I mean,
know what they smell like.
Mentors are just
Julian Close cigarettes.
Robot said, Anal Cunt listened to Van, full of retards, or Harvey Korman is gay, love AC.
And back in the day, I bought everything from Black Flag, all old
But
punk
that's a
stuff.
very, very different parallel.
But that just kind of came with
like,
everything.
the
we
Mentors kind of raped a bunch of people along the way and were
bought. I
really
don't know,
bad
I just bought
alcoholics.
records, dude. I don't know anything about that. It was.
I support the really bad alcoholic thing. The raping, not as much.
Not so much.
So they should have been more famous.
They were pretty famous, man. They were on fucking that show all the time with what's his name? The
Jerry
dead guy?
Springer?
Jerry Springer all the fucking time the Mentors were on, dude. That's where I saw them.
Jim Schaefer said, happy, scrappy hero pup.
Don't you think?
What else were you looking for?
She just loves
Happy,
it.
scrappy hero pup.
I mean, you got to think. So I believe a lot of that's act. You know what I mean? It can't
Big
be.
black cocks with pearly white cum.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Go ahead, sir.
That's got to be most of an act, I would imagine.
Come on her face. Come on her tits. Come on Eileen.
Come on the line too. The the KY connection.
Men Alone 2, the KY.
That's it. Sorry, Diz. We have problems.
Oh, it's so good.
Do you get the reference at least?
Oh, and you're talking about the Mentors?
No. Clerks.
No, I'm just joking. You.
Oh, okay. But I'm bummed.
They also, Anal Cunt had a song called 311 Sucks.
Well, they did.
Well, they do.
Robot said all their songs were under a minute, but had like
Yeah.
60 songs per album.
Yeah.
Grindcore at its best.
Dude, Robot might be my hero.
He's pretty amazing.
He's the first one out of our stupid group to get a really, really nice house with like a pool and like a life, right? We were all living in fucking dungeons, and he's like, no, I'm gonna leave. Has a family. His son's like a wrestling champion. Like, this is the guy.
Did you see his kids like on vacation in Utah?
I did see that.
And Rob, did you see the comment I put on it?
No.
I said, he's like, my son living his best life when he posted the video. And I commented on it. I was like, that's funny. Your son looks suspiciously like intergender wrestling champion Mr. Suit.
Aw.
Yeah. So yeah, the song 311 sucks. What is that? The one tune they have?
Mary Manilow?
311. That's down, down, whatever.
That is down. Why do you know that, Fag?
Because I don't know. Dude.
I don't like 311. That song's called Down. It's
Well,
a
that
good
shit's
song.
every fucking second. It was on the
In
radio.
1996, bro. It's been a long fucking time.
And I remember a lot of shit.
So Anal Cunt does like a 45-second cover of that part of the song, except the vocals, he just goes, and at the end he just goes, you fucking suck! And the song is called 311 Sucks.
I couldn't believe.
Jim said Blood Duster albums are like that. 1 million songs, 1 minute each.
It's so good.
I couldn't believe how famous 311 got when they got famous. And I remember all these stupid fucking kids with the toilet chain fucking necklaces. It was like a thing.
I hate 311 so much. I hate them so
I
much.
do. And then, no, but listen. Then they covered Love Song for one of the Adam Sandler movies. And I didn't hate it because I love that song.
That's the Cure.
Excuse me?
Robot said,
What?
yes, I saw it.
The love song's the Cure.
It's so
What did
good.
I just say?
311 covered it.
I just said that with my mouth.
I know. I just said, but you said Adam Sandler movie, and I said that originally was the Cure.
Yeah, that's what I just said that.
I apologize.
That
for
they
the next
covered
song.
it
I
for
was
the Adam
listening to
Sandler
Cure
movie.
a lot when I wrote it.
Are you okay? Need a hug?
No.
Okay.
I got
311
confused.
covered the song for an Adam Sandler movie.
Okay.
50 First Dates.
Yeah.
Is that okay?
Okay.
Okay.
Where does that rank in your Adam Sandler films?
She's become such a psychopath
Yeah, that
that
came
it's hard.
It-
I love The Wedding Singer, and she might fuck it up for me because of what she's become. But I love The Wedding
She's a
Singer.
lunatic, dude.
Yeah,
Like, what the fuck? She's like went down like who's the boss lane.
He's losing his mind, and I'm reaping all the benefits.
I watched your episode.
What episode?
Your favorite Simpsons episode.
It's great, right?
It is pretty great. But then I watched my episode right after it. Also pretty great. Here's what I found. Is that a lot of my personal humor from the 90s came from your favorite episode.
Yeah.
Run, boy, run!
Robot said Anal Cunt did a cover of the theme Three's Company. It's hilarious.
It probably is amazing. It's so terrible. It's so stupid, but also hysterical.
And then 7 Hobo Spices.
We start with the best part of the chicken, the neck. Then we add secret hobo spices. How's the steak fish, Mo? I'm gonna level with you, Marge. That's just our name for bottom feeding suction eel.
You don't want that.
You don't want that. That is. I got it used from the Navy. It can flash fry a buffalo in 40 seconds. 40 seconds. I
I'm
want
hungry
it
now.
I love it.
Not bad.
That's the whole song.
It's not bad. Got a minute to go.
That's one of their longer tunes.
Okay.
Yeah, that's enough.
It's one band that does not believe in a suppressor pedal.
I don't think they believed in a lot of things. They're pretty fucked up.
He's literally mentally ill.
Jim said, been watching Mr. Show and the Gleep Glop episode came on last night, Vex.
So
LOL.
good. Can I have another space beer, Gleep Glop? It's so good. Don't trust no man that's made of gas. And I fuck it up because his name isn't Gleep Glop. It's like, not you, Ozone. You're one of the good ones.
I joined a fantasy football league at work.
Please tell me that name of the team is Gleep Glop.
No, it's not. But my team logo is a picture of Rick Sanchez, and it says "Make America Swifty Again."
Have you been watching? Yeah.
Robot said, A-team theme also, LOL.
I had no idea.
Someone drew a comparison this week that the A team is just Winnie the Pooh. All the characters line up too.
How?
Hannibal is the white kid who runs everything.
Okay, Christopher Robin.
I don't know his fucking name. Face is... Hold on. I can't think... I'm not a big fan of Winnie the Pooh, obviously. But I know that Mr. T is supposed to be the blue one.
Eeyore?
Because he's always sad, unhappy to be there.
No.
And who's the crazy one? Because that's Murdoch.
Murdoch.
Eeyore is like crying like a bitch, dude. Mr. T would
Complains the whole time about the planes.
Yeah, but
It's an adult version. They just changed it up. It holds water.
Thanks for noticing. Not like it really matters.
I'm gonna have to kill you now.
Changed the turn signal in my car last night.
There was a good one this week. I meant to send it to you. I can go find
Well,
it.
you should do your moment and pull it right now.
You guys go ahead and I'll find it.
Are you ready for this? You might care. Jakey Lee has agreed to join Ozzy Osbourne at the farewell concert after Tom Morello personally called him.
Well, that's because he wants some of the money Sharon owes him.
He's not going to get any of it.
No.
But I think it's pretty... He got shot and he almost died, you know.
Yeah, in Vegas.
Yeah.
That's where is that Mike's going to that.
Yeah, I do.
Lucky bastard.
Is it? Is he lucky? No. It's 1,000 degrees. It's in England. And Ozzy's not even playing.
What do you mean Ozzy's not playing?
Oh, you don't know this, do you?
No.
Yeah, he can't fucking play.
Was he going to wheel up there or anything?
They're
Is he
talking about the throne from the Dave Grohl throne, maybe.
Yeah, well, but give him the throne then.
But he didn't even sing his own Rock and Roll Hall of Fame induction.
That's
That's a big deal. He didn't even do that.
I mean, got to push him up there at least.
No, they're going to push him up, but you're not seeing Ozzy. I saw Ozzy.
Yeah, I seen Ozzy.
I saw Ozzy with Zach Wilde in 91 at the Tower fucking Theater, which was fucking fire.
I seen first time concert I've been to was Motley Crue Shout at the Devil and Ozzy Bark at the Moon
That's a great tour.
with Jake. Oh, it was coming down the stairs. It was,
That's a great tour.
and then I seen Sabbath in the first reunion back in the.
I saw the last reunion. So they had Cleefus on the drums, who's still fucking great, by
Yeah.
the way. Tony Cleefus.
All right. We had a strong week this week. There's a couple I can go with.
You got to make a fucking judgment call kind of right now because we're on the air and stuff.
All right, here we go. Battery dead this morning. Sigh. Literally wrote sigh.
Oh, I figured.
So, have a friend coming over after work to diagnose either the alternator or the battery. I already have an alternator. I bought it years ago. I bought it for the expedition I had. Same engine, same parts. I have it on the trickle charger right now, so I hope it can be tested at least. I hope by the end of the day.
I hope.
Shawshank.
Stop buying Fords, dude. Oh,
Yeah, I know. Trust me, I have no choice but to buy a Ford.
what does that mean? It's America.
You can do whatever you want. America.
America.
Because I had my loan through Ford, it was easier just to go back to Ford. Plus, Kia don't make trucks.
I don't know what just happened.
What?
But You've upset someone.
The Tundra that actually the same size truck I wanted to get was
Okay, you said Kia don't make trucks.
They don't.
Kia don't make trucks.
They're fucking shit.
Kia's not shit.
Oh my God, are you retarded?
I
You're a
have a
smart
Kia.
man.
I have a Kia.
Do you know what? No, not your Kia. Do you know what they do now to Kias?
What?
You don't even know this, do you?
No.
You'll understand this better than I can explain it. The 4 bolts that hold the head of the engine in are supposed to be 9 inches to go all the way into the bottom of the engine to fucking make sure.
Yeah,
it's a
the
secure
motor
fit.
mounts.
Is that no? Motor mounts are different. Motor mounts hold the motor to the frame.
Okay.
These are the bolts in the head of the engine. Okay, this is important. In order to save, and it comes out to about $4 million a year in metal, they make them 6 inches.
When did they start doing this?
About 3 years ago. Now, because that's happened, if your motor blows, and it will, they don't even check it. They just mail you a new motor to your mechanic, and he puts it right in. So if you go to a Kia dealership right now and you walk in the back, they don't even want the engines back. They're all over. Like, all they had to do was put in the 9-inch bolts, and it would last forever. But no. The millions and millions of $5 million in metal that they cut off with the 3 inches, they're like, nah, we'll just break them as they fucking, as they fuck up, or we'll fix them as they fuck up. Who cares?
Yeah. Who cares?
And you want a truck from those fucking people?
Well, I have a $50,000 vehicle from already. Great.
You got a what?
My wife's got one. It's one of the Sportages.
What year?
2024.
That's a problem.
Yeah, good thing I have 100.
Great now.
No, of course you have the warranty. Everybody has the warranty. So when the engine blows up, it'll take a month and they'll put a new engine in. Then you have a car for a fucking month. That's retarded shit, man.
Guess it's
Bad
her-
business.
Guess it's her problem.
But it's $5 million a year in metal. It adds up. You're like, well, it's $5 million.
Well, it's the same thing when the cell company goes ahead and overcharges you 10 cents every time. You're like, I'm not going to get there and get booted off the phone by the operator all the time. You just like, screw the 10 cents. They do 2
If
minutes.
my shit goes up a penny, there's a problem. We will fight. I don't fun.
Oh, I'm the same exact way. I will fight, but the operator, oh, you want to pay your bill? No. Operator, okay, we'll end this call now. They're fucking automated.
Is it Verizon?
T-Mobile.
See, mine's Verizon. They don't fuck with my money.
It's awful, dude.
Bastards.
But I'll tell you this. To be fair, my Verizon bill's higher than a T-Mobile bill would be,
Yeah.
but it's always the same. It never fluctuates. You know what I mean? Like,
But I'm glad Jake Ely's out playing. That's awesome.
pretty cool, right?
Oh, yeah, I totally missed that topic while I was scrolling through.
No, but
looking
Jake
for-
Lee's gonna be at the last concert. That's like a
gonna
big.
be awesome.
That is awesome.
He's a phenomenal guitar player.
Ozzy really did it big as far as guitarists go, man.
So Tony Iommi, which he didn't find, Tony kind of found him.
Right. But Ozzy got to play with him. I'm just saying, in the arc of his musical career,
Randy.
the guitarists he
Okay,
played
who
with are
came after
amazing.
Tony Iommi?
Hold on, Randy Rhoads.
Okay.
Right?
Right.
Randy dies. Jakey Lee replaces Randy. Jakey isn't as good as Randy. What?
Jake Ely didn't come after Randy.
Except, unfortunately, he did. The 5 shows you're talking about with that guy, he left.
Brad Gillis?
Yeah, 5 shows.
Yeah, but
does
Brad-
that count?
Yeah,
Because he made no records. Does it count?
But
Does
that
it?
guy's sick.
There's a guy in the 90s, too, with the same fucking thing. There's a guy from fucking Philly in the 90s who died before he ever fucking had a chance to be on the record. So there's a lot of shit we can discuss. I know Ozzy. You're like,
Ozzy,
"Yeah."
Ozzy!
But Brad Gillis flew in, and all right, I'm a liar. He is on a record. What record's he on? Do you
Speak
remember?
of the devil.
Yes, and I love that record.
It is.
It's not live
It's
at
all
all.
Sabbath tunes, but
It's not live at all, though.
Really?
Yeah. They said Ozzy's vocals were so fucking bad, they just mixed everything off, and they just put all new vocals in.
I can see
It's
that.
not live at all.
That's wrong.
Well, it was an afternoon show, and they didn't want to do it, and it was just to like shut up the fucking record company.
Yeah.
And the reason it took so long is Randy wouldn't really do it. He's like, I'm not playing Sabbath songs. I'm sorry.
No, I don't think he never really liked him anyways. I don't even think he was a Sabbath
Do
fan.
you know who Randy's favorite guitar player was? The guy from the Spiders from Mars,
Really?
Mick Ronson. That's why he had that haircut. He looked just like Mick Ronson if you think about it. Love that guy.
Yeah.
And Mick Ronson's the guitar player on Little Ditty About Jack and Diane. That's
Two
the,
million kids. John
Cougar Mellencamp.
John Cougar Mellencamp. Yeah.
Sucking on chili dogs.
Hot shake tree.
I would never say that.
Because you're respectful.
I am. And afraid of you. Good combination.
That's probably more about it than.
Female lifeguard this week impaled by umbrella at the Jersey Shore.
She probably had it coming.
It just clipped her shoulder.
Yeah, like it right up in here.
Yeah, like
That's not as impaled as I would think.
also, yeah, but you're tossing around the term impaled. I'm thinking like through your fucking chest.
So am I.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like,
I'm thinking like medieval shit. You know.
impaled to me is like through your chest or in your ass.
All right, so the girl doesn't get any credit because they misreported the story, so we don't give her any fucking points.
I'm not taking nothing away from her. I'm mad about the report.
How?
That's all.
I mean, how? I mean, really? Are we just like how could that happen?
The wind.
Yeah, the wind blew
Oh,
it
I-
out and then
So she
back,
goes to
yeah.
set up in the morning. The umbrella's closed. The wind clips it and it goes right through her.
Oh,
fucking
that
shoulder.
sucks.
No, but if you think about it, that makes a lot of sense. That happens all the
Yeah, it
time.
makes perfect
But the
sense.
chances of it hitting you, because like another inch over and it wouldn't even have touched her.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
You straight got harpooned. Like, that's pretty bad.
pretty badass. And they said she didn't freak out. She was totally fine. Probably still high.
Possibly while high.
Still hungover
You,
from the night
Cypress
before?
Hill.
Yeah, that would suck.
Do you get? So you're an employee, right? I know you get workman's comp. Do you get compensated from the state of New Jersey for getting impaled?
You got to get something.
Yeah, you should get something.
No, but you might not, because if you're an employee, shit
destination
happens.
shit.
I would feel invincible after that. Like, "Pff, I'm fine. Clearly, I've been pre-disastered.
You're never going to get me.
Every time I go to the
Lieutenant Dan.
every time I go to the shore, I'm bringing the shield. Yeah, it's like
Jim said, as Rihanna's umbrella plays quietly in the background.
Ella.
I hate that song.
Do you think she gave Chris Brown the crabs?
I mean,
Or the
probably.
I think it's herpes, actually.
Probably.
might have been Diddy.
They're Jay-Z's herpes.
I mean, would it surprise you at this point? Like,
Nah.
do you find that shocking at all? I mean, he did beat the shit out of her, though.
Well, no, that's why. Because like, bitch, give me herpes. Ah.
I mean, that would make me angry, too.
I
don't
would
know.
not beat a bitch for giving me the herpes.
No, probably
I
not.
might sue her, you know what I mean? But I'm not going to beat her up for giving me the herpes.
That's kind of fucked
Do
up.
you know how hard it is for a female to give a man herpes?
I don't think it's easy.
Because she has to have an outbreak, and for her to get during the outbreak is fantastically painful. So the likelihood of us getting herpes is slim to none unless the chick's a psychopath. Or she's cheating on her boyfriend and he wants it, and so she just gives it up to like not fucking raise any kind of suspicions.
Bitch. Gonna make me Chris Brown you.
Oh. That dude's trash, too, though. I mean,
He is kind of a piece of shit.
Isn't like everybody that hung out at Diddy's house kind of.
I mean, yeah.
Would you say that about Ashton Kutcher?
Yes.
Oh, dude. I've always thought that dude was creepy.
Where does Ashton Kutcher live now? I know it's out of the country. Where does he currently reside?
Across from Ellen.
Kinda.
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 But they're so stupid. They go to countries that are not that are extraditable.
Yeah, but the likelihood of that extradition is pretty low. Because it's not a capital crime, and you got to really kind of
I mean,
prove.
Diddy knew that was coming. He should have just been
He didn't know.
like that. What's that dude from Def Jams? He rolled out too. The manager from
Russell
Simmons. Yeah, he knew that shit was coming. He rolled out quick.
Now, this says as of March 2025, he's back in Beverly Hills.
Beverly Hills.
That's
where I want to
be.
She's also Weezer.
Fucking love Weezer.
Pretty fucking cool.
I was a huge Weezer guy. I still kind of am. And then I heard, is it Asia who did that song?
Yeah.
They reached out to try and be friends
You
with
mean
him.
Toto?
Is it? I'm asking a question. Was it Asia or Toto? I'm fucking
The
confused.
song's called Africa. I think that's where you got confused.
That's Toto.
There's a band called Asia though from the same time
Yeah,
frame.
there's a
Hence
band
my
called Asia.
confusion. So Toto guy, who's now working on the new Van Halen record, I might add, reached out to him to try and talk to him, and he's like, "That guy's fucking weird," and he's just, I don't like him. And that made me feel like, wow, that then our boy's a little fucked up in Weezer. Like,
Well, yeah, that dude.
you could have been friends with the Toto guy.
The dude's very eccentric and
Yeah, he's a little off. He
You know.
definitely is. Like, have you ever seen an interview with him?
No, not really.
He's very like soft spoken to the point like you can't really hear.
Seems like one of those dudes that just kind of don't want to even be in the spotlight, really, but he kind of has to. But he kind of just peeks his head in and goes back in there amongst his bodies.
Well, none of that's true because they did a huge fucking stadium tour with those other shitty bands.
Well, a lot of people do huge stadium tours that don't want to be in public.
They also said like every time they put out a record, like he's so overly prolific about writing songs for like making the right songs for the album. They said he writes like 100 to 110 songs for every album.
Con Jovi does stuff like that.
Yeah, well, still, can you imagine writing 100 songs for one album?
Anal Cunt did 40.
Yeah, so
Yeah, but they're all on the album.
No, that's the thing. So there's no parallel. Anal Cunt wins.
Yeah, I mean, you're right. We kept them all on the album.
Pussies. Go ahead.
Is it Jerry from Incantation Has a Mustache?
Kyle.
Kyle from Incantation Has a Mustache.
It's a great song.
I don't-
Literally the only lyrics.
I mean, I know bands do write multiple, a lot of songs. You know what I mean? But I don't know about 100. But if you can write them, screw it. Prince probably did that. Prince probably had 1,000 songs. Sitting
Oh, they
there.
said you'll never hear them. There's
Yeah.
like enough for like 50 albums. Were you guys Sugar Ray fans at all?
No.
Not so much.
Yeah.
I hate Sugar Ray.
He got like all this weird face work.
Yeah,
He looks like a wax figure.
he
Mark
looks like he's one
McGrath?
of the cat people now. Yeah.
And
Yeah.
he's back on tour, and it's only like him and like one other member. You know what I mean?
What's that thing they used to charge in Vegas or something? The wax things where they had the celebrities.
Madame Tussauds.
Yeah, so it's like all the freaking props are leaving there now. I'm actually acting.
acting?
Yeah, it's like
Grand gestures. It's a thing, man. That shit's crazy.
it's like night at the fucking museum.
I've been to that thing in Vegas, Madame Tussauds.
Yeah.
I have a picture of me and Elvis there from like 5 years ago, whenever she got married.
Oh, they say that Elvis was a wax figure in his casket. That's how he faked his death.
Yeah, there was an air conditioning unit connected to it. Why was that? I was like, because he was a fat fuck.
You said that thing there with that preacher they're saying is Elvis?
It doesn't add up. He'd be like 95 years old.
Dang, man, Elvis is dead. You an Elvis fan?
Well, he dies when I'm 2, right? Not even. I was 1.5, and it's like I'm not an anti-Elvis fan. There's sections of Elvis I appreciate. I think it gets a little like Vegas showy in the 70s. Although now that I'm like older, I think that those sequin suits when he's still thin is kind of cool. But the leather-clad '68 comeback Elvis, I'm a pretty big fan of.
Yeah.
And I like '50s Elvis a lot.
That dude was slaying ass. Unfortunately, they were all 15.
Yeah, some of them were 12.
He's riding around
Hanging
Jerry
out.
Lewis.
Yeah, it's just hanging. You know, Kip Winger at least went up to 17.
Winger.
Kip.
At this point,
too young. It's still enough for me.
Do you guys remember when Kip Winger was the bass player for Alice Cooper and his nose was the size of this fucking table?
no, I do not.
I know he was a bass player, Alice Cooper. I never looked at his nose.
Dude, he took the Alice Cooper money and had his nose fixed. It was like insane. And then as soon as the nose was fixed, he's stupid handsome. But before that nose job, it was bad.
I mean, Winger definitely read the guitar player's sick, but never was a fan of the music.
The drummer's sick. It turns out he went and hired all jazz guys to be his band once he got a deal. Like, they're all monster musicians.
You know who the bass player Megadeth is now?
No.
The bass player White Lion.
The same guy?
Yeah.
Wait,
He can hang?
You had to get the bass. Never had a chance.
I
to
love that
you.
song. I love that
And
song
guess
so
what?
much.
Now he's the bass player Megadeth.
So he can hang?
Yeah.
That's pretty cool. I feel
that's a weird transition.
I feel sad that Junior's out of the band because he got caught masturbating on the internets.
Yeah, it's stupid. Why you get out of the band?
Because
for
he's
that?
all stupid Christian. You gotta like stay that fucking toe that line.
And I think he's probably looking for a way, like, well, you know, I don't have to pay that big check that I
It's
get.
true. He's like
Yeah,
getting
you get
30% of the door and shit.
Yeah,
like-
so he's like, well, you know.
Can I let me ask a serious question. Why is Christian rock never good?
No, I thought about this week
Awesome.
for a while.
There's like 3 Christian rock bands that are like solid.
No, they're not even solid. They're kind of
Striper one of them? Striper.
I don't know about the Striper thing, but like, all right, you're a little older than I am, and I'm gonna ask an honest to God question, Tiffany. Was Striper that big? Because I see videos, and it's not stadium, it's arenas with giant sets on the stage. I don't remember any Striper hits.
Yeah, I mean,
No.
yeah, I don't remember
Hell
a
with the
ton
devil.
either.
That's not a hit though.
I don't even know if that's a song.
I don't remember. I didn't think they were that great.
But they were like huge for 5 minutes, and that guy can sing. He does a Dio cover.
It's probably amazing.
It's so
One band that is a Christian band that is phenomenal is As I Lay Dying.
Are they phenomenal?
Well, they are. They're sick band. But then the singer went off and tried to get his wife killed, and did the.
Well, that's super Christian, yeah.
Yeah, that just saying, just totally went crazy.
How is my voicemail calling me?
I don't know.
You almost have to answer that. That might.
It's Future Vex.
Philly Restorations. How can I help you? They hung up in my ear.
That's.
But it said my voicemail was calling me.
That's weird.
Did I
Michael
not pay my
Gregory
bill again?
said Skillet is a Christian band.
Do you have any Skillet hits I should know about?
No.
Guys, I think it seems like weird shit. Like, hi, Vex. This is Vex. In 1 hour from now, you're gonna go walking. It's like.
Maybe I didn't pay my phone bill and they're going to turn it off. That might be a thing.
That's cool.
That would make sense.
I'd be more if it was like you calling yourself from the future.
I think I just paid it, though.
Yeah, it's Future Vex.
Don't trust Diz.
Yeah.
Run.
Whatever you do not go to the diner after the podcast.
Because today, you're going to have a heart attack.
No. It's been some weird shit what happened at the diner.
Yeah, if you listen to the musical As I Lay Dying, it's phenomenal. It's sick.
But again, like,
But not like.
Is Creed a Christian rock band?
Yep,
Yeah.
Creed was a Christian rock band when it first came out too.
you know who else was? The Killers, I think.
Man, I hate the Killers.
Do you?
I bought the first Killers record in the summer of 2004.
Hot Fuzz or whatever?
Yeah, there was an article in Rolling Stone, and they were like, there's this young band, and they're from Las Vegas, and they just got a deal. And I'm like, all right, I'll buy it. And my first wife and I listened to it, and we listened to the whole record, and we're like, it's all right.
I really liked that album.
It was too reminiscent of like the 80s sound with the keyboards and shit.
I love it. I don't know what it is. I love that
But
album.
then she dies, and Mr. Brightside became a single. And for some reason, I tied her passing away to that fucking song, and I love that fucking song, man.
Just off these new band. Do you like that Greta Van Fleet band?
That's
No.
not new. It's like 5 years ago. Where have you
More than
been?
that, they've been around for
Well, I know they've been around, but I consider it new
like
because
a
it's not,
decade, bro.
not Led Zeppelin. I mean, I just hated it.
I thought it was nice that someone was trying to sound like that. There's another one. Oh, the Brothers, or what the fuck are they called? They're on my phone. That like are just a straight up 70s rock band, sounding band. And I saw them open up for STP, and I didn't like it so much.
Who's going to Led Zeppelin?
Nobody.
What do you mean?
The tour.
Zeppelin's touring? I don't
Yeah,
know.
they're all back to John Paul Jones, Jimmy Page, Robert Plant, and Jason Bonham.
Really? Where'd you hear this?
It's all over
I asked you a question.
on the internet.
I feel like that's false. 'Cause
I know it's false, but that's fine. Keep telling us the story while I look it up.
I
I mean,
feel like that's definitely not a thing. 1,000%.
Tell me what you heard.
they're going to be touring.
Let me guess. Did you read it on Facebook?
Yes.
Okay. That was debunked immediately. And that was about 4 months ago. You're so
It was the other
behind.
day.
Well, they're circulating it again.
You are bad at the internet, sir.
Dude, I'm horrible at the internet.
Well, then why are you going to tell me this?
Because I read it.
This is
While
some
Led
bullshit.
Zeppelin has not announced a 25-25 reunion tour, Jason Bonham's Led Zeppelin is touring in 2025 to celebrate the 50th anniversary of Physical Graffiti. That might be what you saw. But there is no Led Zeppelin tour.
Well, I was close.
You're not close. There's zero
that-
members of the band.
Well, I got a last name right.
That's. I mean, no.
I take little wins.
When it was going to happen was 2007. You know this, right? They did the O2 Arena, and after the show, they stayed practicing. Right? You're yawning in my face. That's how much you care about the situation. So,
Well, that's not why I'm just.
Bonham, John Paul Jones, and Jimmy Page stayed jamming. And Robert Plant was like, I don't really want to do this. And they're like, dude, we're not quite that old yet. Because this is fucking 2007. It's almost 20 years ago. We can go out and we can really cash in. Like just one time, just around the world and call it. And then he did the Honey Drippers to spite them right after. So there's more. They wheeled in Steven Tyler to try out. And Jimmy Page can't stand Steven Tyler because of this. And bouncing off the wall, so they wheel him out. Then they bring in the singer from Slash, Miles Kennedy. And he tries out. And they think he's going to get the fucking gig. And then they call Chris Cornell, and Chris Cornell's like, I love Led Zeppelin. I don't know if you know this. Live on his own tours, he does Led Zeppelin covers live. He's
not
like,
now, but-
he's like, I have so much respect for Robert Plant. I would never do that. I'm sorry, no. So it looked like Miles Kennedy's getting the Led Zeppelin gig, and then they pulled the plug.
Miles Kennedy's phenomenal.
I know. A little bit tinny on the ear and a bit grating. A little bit.
I love his voice. I think he's amazing.
I know he's amazing, but he's a little grating.
Jimmy Page absolutely does hate Steven Tyler.
Yep.
Like, royally hates him.
Yep.
I was just actually this week was watching part of an interview he did when a dude, funny enough, the interviewer asks him about Greta Von Fleet. And he's like, yeah, the kid's got pipes. He sounds suspiciously like someone I know very well.
That's Robert Plant.
Oh, was it?
Yeah, I saw
I'm
that.
sorry.
That's okay. But it was a pretty good way to answer it, right?
But yeah.
But he's like,
then-
good for them. He's 23 years old. Let him do what he wants.
But then he says in the interview, he's like, and then I heard him talking, and he said that his biggest influence was Aerosmith. And he literally makes that face. He's like,
If you stop making records in 1980, though, and the kid's born in 85, what the fuck do you expect? Do you understand what I'm saying? Like, that's what's
Yeah.
going to happen. Maybe the kid's born in 1990, actually. So, like, if you stop and Aerosmith doesn't, what do you expect?
Yeah, Aerosmith
Aerosmith.
definitely has a bigger catalog.
Well, they've been around for fucking over 50 years at that point.
but none of it's any good
You're-
after, like, what?
Go ahead. I'll listen.
Nothing they did in the 90s to now is any good.
You're out of your mind. Pump is in the 90s. Living on the Edge is in the fucking 90s. 93 to be precise. That song's fire.
And those are the ones who are making the
What
money.
It Takes, like those are great records, man. This is the 90s. Now, the problem is, in 97, they do that 9 Lives bullshit, and it gets a little fucking weird. And he's like, Big Pink is a fucking single and shit. Honkin' on Bobo in 2004. Like, it got weird.
Yeah.
But in the 90s, they were tremendous until the end of the 90s.
Yeah, and then, like, the ballad things, like...
And that's 97, and that's a number 1
And then you
record.
put your daughter's titties in a video, and that's really weird, and...
That was weird.
Yeah, that's way weird.
Yeah.
To be fair, he didn't know it was his daughter.
At the time, by then he did.
No, by then he did. Yeah, I agree.
Fucking simp-ass Todd Rundgren raising a kid that's not his.
No, I think that's a classy move, actually. Like, good for him. Like, he really loved the mother, right? And he's like, I'll raise your kid because I'm a cajillionaire. And good for him.
Yeah.
And he's a great producer. And because of him, we have Meatloaf.
Who doesn't love Meatloaf?
Everybody loves Meatloaf.
I agree.
Ma, meatloaf.
Ah! Meatloaf! Fuck!
Now!
I never know what she's doing back there.
No, the way he says, I never know what she's doing. It's so good, the delivery. And then that girl, he's like, oh, man, funerals now. That's where it's at, buddy. And she's a smoke show.
By the way, I met Chaz. It turns out you forgot to tell me he's a psychopath, but also possibly a genius. He's cleaning up.
In the funeral circuit.
I crashed a funeral yesterday.
No, but he lives with his mother. He's got the smoking jacket. I was like, who the fuck are you? And he's got the
No
nunchucks.
He almost wrecked you. I have no idea.
Oh, my God.
It's a great character.
And even Sacha Baron Cohen couldn't keep the psycho redhead. They broke up in real life. Did you see? Oh, you weren't. Oh, my God, you weren't there. Neither one. Okay. God damn it. God, if I say guy code, do we know what the fuck that means, gentlemen?
Yeah.
Yes.
Tiffany, you know what guy code
For
is?
sure.
You shut the fuck up.
The
is what
bass
it is.
player from 30 Odd 6 is my friend, Bob Hoge, right? And he's like, hey, man, I'm seeing this new girl, and I'm really happy because his wife had passed away. I understand what that's like. And he fucking lost his shit for a minute, and I understand what that's like. And he dated a bunch of psychopaths, and believe me, I understand what that's like. And he's like, I got this new one, and I really like her, and she treats me well. And I'm like, oh, cool. What's she look like? She's like, oh, she has red hair. I'm like, oh, Bob, she's going to burn your house down, which I thought was clever and funny.
Yeah.
He fucking tells her. What? Right? No. I don't know this woman. I pull up my truck. My bus is broken down. I got the roofer truck. It says roofer on the license plate. I back in, and she walks up. She's like, I heard you said I was gonna burn his house down. And I'm like,
God.
Oh,
fuck are
Jesus.
you?
You're not making a real good case for
And
yourself
that was
right
my response. And she's like, I would never burn a house down, but I'll karate chop you in the throat. I'm like, thank you.
Thank
Just you
Thank
don't
you for proving my point
you don't
entirely.
know me.
You fucking lunatic.
right.
Jim said bass players are goofs.
Also true.
So I reel it in, and we make kind of nice, And then she sees Starscream play. And now all of a sudden she's hugging and she loves everybody and your band is so good and yada, yada, yada. Because she's a fucking redhead. Then I had to confess to her that I, unfortunately, like my compadres on the podcast.
You know I got 2 redheaded daughters.
You know that my mother was a real redhead.
Turns out I have one now too.
With
So
brown eyes.
And you know what I said to my first daughter's husband? You can't give her back. It's yours.
My first daughter.
Or my first daughter's husband. My oldest daughter.
I got real weird in my head.
Yeah,
for a
when I
second.
said.
Okay.
But anyways, husband, no. Trust me. He
Are they still together?
oh, yeah.
How many years?
About 4 or 5 years.
Oh, that's new. That's some
Yeah.
new shit.
But trust me, dude, he's got his hands full. Bless his heart.
Bless his heart.
Oh, dude, trust me. She's I love her to death, but yeah.
But like,
All right.
you don't know me. I heard you said I better help down. That's the first thing
I
out of her
mean,
mouth.
Why
Right.
would you tell her?
yeah, first off, why would you tell her?
My friend Vex said you're gonna burn my house down.
Why? I didn't. It's men talking to men.
It's guy code. It's girl code. Just shut your fucking mouth.
It's like you snitch. Acting like that makes me wonder if you're gonna snitch on yourself.
Mm-hmm.
Like don't worry about that kilo back there.
Whenever
Oh, I
you
meant-
go, officer, don't look at the trunk.
It's like, there's no bodies there. I promise.
Did you guys look at your phones? 10 o'clock.
Is it 10 already?
God damn.
Diz, I don't have your number, so they're gonna have to show you.
That's okay. I'll get it for you.
Okay, thank you.
Oh my God.
Good one.
Betty Davis, Betty White, Betty Page.
All in the prime.
Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ. I'm sending it to you right now.
All right. First off, ooh, that's rough.
He's just like. Is Betty? Can we just pick Betty Bop or Boop or that cartoon?
Well, she's a cartoon.
That's
All
what
right,
I
I'm
fucked.
done.
I'm close. I'm not done, but I'm close.
Do you want Dave to go first?
He has to.
All right, Dave, who are you fucking?
Betty Page.
Betty
All right,
Page.
I'm agreeing with that one.
Okay.
Which one's her?
All the way to the right.
Dark hair to
Yeah,
the
I'm
right.
with you on that one.
You are too, Diz?
Yeah.
Okay.
For the long term, for a person that I have to live with the rest of my life, you gotta have a sense of humor to deal with me all day. So I marry Betty White, and unfortunately, just by proxy, Betty Davis gets
Okay,
the
that's-
act.
I 100% agree with that answer.
Okay.
100%.
Because Betty White's a national treasure.
Facts.
And was still kind of hot into her 50s.
Yeah, for sure.
Like the titties and shit.
Jim said whatever happens with Vex stays with Vex. So this is unanimous across the board.
I don't know. Diz didn't speak.
I thought he did.
No, I'm just trying to find out who died first.
Oh, Betty Page dies first.
Okay, well, okay. Well, I don't want to stay with Betty White because she lived forever and might annoy me for too many years.
So who you are you?
Just
Fuck,
kill
marry,
her.
kill.
Just kill her.
okay.
Kill who?
Betty White. I'm done with the Golden Girls, and
Okay.
and I guess I don't know. One of the top or two. I don't know who the hell they are. I'll take the middle one.
The middle one's the one you just killed.
No, I want to kill that Golden Girls chick.
Okay.
Alright, so he's
How
killed-
bad are you? It's fucking spacing.
All right, so
Same people, same person.
So
Oh,
he's-
really?
Oh my god.
I didn't know that's where it worked.
We're just doing top row. Top
oh my
row
God,
prime.
you're bad at this.
Oh, horrible.
You just killed the one you want to fucking marry.
What's the difference? Now I don't
Right.
have to marry her.
Who is he fucking? Betty
I don't
Page?
know.
All right.
Either do I. I'm just doing what I do. What happens, happens. I guess I'll bang the chick on the right and kill the chick in the middle.
So you're killing Betty White.
So you're
Yes.
marrying the Oscar winner.
Yeah.
Betty Davis, he's marrying.
Yeah.
I mean, she does have Betty Davis eyes, so.
She's got Betty Day. Yeah, at least.
Her at the back end of her life though is a bit rough because she's fighting with that crazy bitch from Mommy Dearest. Do you remember
Joan
that?
Crawford.
Crawford?
They fucking hated
they had
each
beef
other.
and shit and
What's bad is I actually thought we had a chick between all these chicks. And like, why are you putting up all these old girls up here? Like, I didn't. That's like.
and here's the thing that
Yeah,
Betty
I was like, I thought I had to pick between 6 of them.
No.
I'm like, what's going on?
I would
here?
never do
So
that.
can you imagine being 55 years old and have to listen to Betty Davis bitch and moan about Mommy Dearest? Like, shut the fuck up.
That's why I
just
killed
want to
her.
watch fucking Wheel of Fortune. Shut up.
Shut up. Every word more useless than the last.
She's trying to destroy me. Is she?
Kill me now, God.
You don't understand.
That's an underrated skit from Saturday Night Live. with Adam Sandler's the old man and Chris Farley is his wife, and she's reading the Zagat restaurant guide, and he's just like, "Kill me now, God."
Giggity.
Oh,
All right, this one is for Tiffany.
It is?
Ric Flair has been accused of pooping his pants multiple times at local restaurants. How old is the Ric Flair?
Ric Flair is.
Woo! You think he did that while shitting?
Woo! Now, I've seen...
Okay, he's 76.
All right. When he was 70, his bowels exploded.
Yeah.
And he was pretty much going to die, right? And so...
Because he drank nothing but alcohol for 47 years.
No lie with that. There's no exaggeration at all. Right? So... Where's it 57 years? It's 50. It's 50,
a lot of
no, it's
fucking
57
years.
because he was 13. So it's 57.
It's all right. He tried to offset it with the cocaine.
And so his bowels finally explode. They're like, this guy's gonna fucking die. But he's Ric fucking Flair, so he lives through it. Now he gets through it. His smoke show wife, who is a smoke show, his like 17th wife, rookie numbers. He actually is pretty good. She's like, hey bud, you lived. Maybe we could stop drinking now. And he's like, are you crazy? I'm invincible, obviously. So I'm gonna keep drinking.
That's the conclusion I would come to.
And so then he goes back to the gym and starts taking fucking testosterone, and his guns pop out.
Yeah,
and he's,
all of a sudden Ric Flair is once again jacked at 76.
no, it went back. It was like 72.
Jim Schaefer said, Betty, my ears aren't for fancy complaining, they're for regular complaining. And Michael Gregory said, to be the shot, you have to take the shit. Woo!
Screenshot.
That's a win. I think he means to be the shit, you have to take a shit.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, probably.
He does hate him a lot. Anyway, so then he's like, baby, I'm going to do one more jaunt in the ring. And she's like, okay, I'm leaving. You're insane. You lived through your bowels exploding. I had to stay at a hospital for 6 months. I'm out. So she leaves him. And then he gets to social media and he's like, well, we have separated, but I have hope that this could work out in the future. Right? By the way, find out if he's still married because her fucking son died. And I think that brought them back together. But I don't know.
Okay.
So then he does the wrestling match. He is kind of jacked for an old guy.
Yeah.
He passes out 3 times during the match in the ring.
He is not currently married.
She did leave. Anyway, the original Big Gold is owned by his son-in-law who brings it to the match and he wears it. The original Big Gold, the real one.
Yeah.
From fucking 86. And or is it 87? I think it's 86. So 3 times he passes out. They pull off the match is atrocious.
That's with Shawn Michaels, right? No? Okay.
No, that was the original in 1998 or some shit. The
Okay.
first time he retired when he was 50. Yeah.
Yeah.
So anyway, 26 years ago when he was 50. So anyway, that happens. He gets through the match, and now I seen footage personally of like on TikTok when girls like, "Hi, are you Ric Flair?" He's like, "Yeah, can I have an autograph?" And he's like, "No," and just goes back to playing on his phone. And just sitting there power drinking at the bar all day. And now he's like supposed to be shitting himself in multiple restaurants and just being a thing.
Maybe he's got like irritable bowel or something.
Yo, he's Ric
He has
Flair.
no bowels. They exploded inside of him.
It's Ric Flair. If he wants to shit himself in a restaurant, let him shit himself in a restaurant.
But if you work in the restaurant, you got to clean up the stuff.
It's
Yeah,
not, yo,
that's-
it's Ric Flair. He could shit himself on my stage anytime. You know what I mean? He could. I'm care. It's Ric Flair.
I respect it.
You know, I mean, I'm sorry. Ric Flair sits there. Hey, Vex, I want to hang on, and talk to you a little bit. You're having a couple of drinks, and he shits himself.
Now,
He's
hold
telling you
on.
old stories. You running away?
No.
Hold on.
That's my point.
I wholeheartedly respect what you're saying, sir. All right? However, there's a problem with this. There's a caveat to this story. If I work in a restaurant and Ric Flair comes into my restaurant and he's throwing back booze and being Ric Flair and he happens to fucking fire off a mud rat somewhere in the restaurant. All right? Ric Flair accidentally twists off a mud rat and fucking has a little problem. Okay, that happens. I'm like, that's fucking Ric Flair. I'm not even mad about it. The third time it happens, I'm gonna start getting salty.
And what if you're a 27-year-old bartender? Who doesn't even know who the fuck Ric Flair is?
Everybody knows who Ric Flair is.
Not the way we know who Ric Flair is.
Sure,
To
Ric
this
Flair's-
27-year-old.
I'm sure he's freaking dumping hundreds on him and tipping
What's
him.
Ric Flair's current net worth?
I mean,
The divorces probably took a lot out of him. I'm not gonna lie.
I'm sure he's getting prenups at this point.
I don't know. Ric Flair kind of just.
What's your guess?
Over 10 million.
Diz?
17 million.
I'll go high and say 30.
It says his net worth in 2025 is estimated to be around $500,000.
Wow.
That's a lot of drinking.
So much. I'll spend more money on spilt liquor.
From one side of this country to the other than you make in a year.
It kind of gives, you know what? I kind of have more respect for him.
I guarantee that last divorce just cleaned him out.
Well, and that's what it says. Personal expenses and financial challenges
Because he was
impacted
just
as well.
sitting pretty. He had signed that huge thing with the weed company.
Yep.
He was sitting pretty for a minute.
He's Ric Flair. He'll jump back up. I mean,
Dude,
after
well,
this.
he's gonna die.
Yeah, how long can Hulk Hogan and Ric Flair live? How long can this go?
If this, I see an opportunity. If I was his manager, I'd be like, yo, we need to contact Depends, man. He's gonna get a door.
This is Ric Flair for Depends.
Woo!
You
can
how old,
shit- you
how
shit
old is
yourself.
Hulk Hogan? How old is Hulk Hogan?
Dude, he looks bad.
I know. They said he was like on his deathbed like 2 weeks ago, but he wasn't.
Not that Flair doesn't look bad, because Flair looks like he doesn't know where he is.
71.
Oh, he's like way younger.
Yeah.
Oh, Milk Carton Mike said you got to see the incident at a restaurant where he got drunk, gave a waitress a $2,000 tip to her boss, who cut him off and called him the Egyptian.
There's Egyptian. I can hear. To him, that's not offensive at all. He's like, well, I didn't call you anything. I didn't call you a towelhead. All right, go ahead.
Yeah. I mean, it's Ric Flair, but after multiple shits, you're going to start getting mad.
I'm excited about this story. I want you guys to really discuss this. Do we know who the Liver King is?
I know who he is.
Okay.
And he's a... Go ahead.
He was arrested in Texas after threatening Joe Rogan on social media several times.
All right. So, do you know how this beef entirely... no pun intended, how this beef started?
Oh, I'm aware.
Are you aware?
No, he doesn't know anything. Tell him.
No. Do you
He
know who
works
the
all the
Liver
time.
King is?
Yeah, I seen him. The steroid dude that didn't take
Okay.
steroids, but he took steroids.
Right. Well, he went on and he created this fucking crazy
Persona.
thing, all right, called the 9 ancestral tenets of like clean living. And
Why do
shit.
you know the sentence
'Cause-
structure?
Because I watched his documentary, and it's actually really good. And honestly, it's kind of sad because this whole thing, the whole like organ meat and eating liver and shit, and being healthy and not eating genetically modified foods and shit and working out. This all started because his 2 kids when they were young, like had a bunch of health problems and shit, and changing their diet and the way they lived kind of helped his kids to live a normal life, and that's sort of how he got into it,
Okay.
which is commendable and good for you.
I'm with you so far.
But then he sort of took it and parlayed it into this thing
3 million followers.
where he was doing some videos and created some product and shit, like fitness and health products, and cool. But then the next thing you know, the dude is just stupid jacked to the gills. He's an older guy. You know what I mean? All of a sudden, you're fucking ripped out the wazoo. There's no way you're not taking something. All right?
He wasn't ripped at the beginning.
in good shape, but not like what you see.
Yeah.
He goes and this is all promoting this clean living thing that he says he does. He's into working out and eating basically organ meats is his deal. That's how he got called the Liver King. And most of them raw, mind you, eating raw organ meats. Weird, but okay, do your thing. He's obviously on something. You know, he has 3 million followers. People are buying into his fucking ancestral tenant nonsense thing that he did. And then the rumors start coming out that, hey, this dude is certainly not natural. He's taking something. And the dude that was really leading the fucking charge, just because on his podcast, like we do sitting here, Rogan's like, that dude's on fucking roids. For fucking sure, that dude's on roids. And then, sure enough, a year down the road, it comes out that, yes, he
He's
is
on
in
roids.
fact on roids. And then he denied that he was on roids. And then one day he was like, oh, by the way,
I'm
yeah,
on
about
roids.
that, I'm on roids.
I lied to you. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Here's the thing, though. He spends 10 grand a month on the medicine. That's a lot of money on
He
roids.
must be making some money then.
And unfortunately, not unfortunately, but in America, there's a paper trail for everything, and somebody found it because he's good at physicians and all this shit. You know what I mean? So he has it's 10 grand a month. That's a lot of money, man.
So I'm not sure what his current beef with Rogan is.
So-
I assume it stems from all this.
So he shows up in Texas, and he's clearly fucked up. His face is scraped the fuck up. Like something happened. Like he probably fell down outside of a bar. And he flips his phone. He's like, I'm putting a challenge out to you, Joe Rogan. I'm in Texas. Let's meet. We're going to fight. And then we'll go to dinner afterward. Woo! I'm doing Ric Flair for some reason. And like that's his whole thing. And then the cops were like, wait, huh? And he did like 5 times. And the cops were like, you can't threaten people. You're going to jail. You know that, right? And now he's in jail.
Also, the fact that you I'm not sure where he's from, but you traveled
To a different state to threaten.
Texas.
Yeah.
To go out there and threaten Joe Rogan.
Where's the Liver King from?
I think Rogan would probably beat him.
And that's what I'm saying.
No, but he wouldn't even acknowledge it. He's like,
If it ever got to that point, Joe Rogan would whip dude's ass.
well, one's a trained killer and one lifts weights. There's
Yeah.
a very, very
Do
different.
you think maybe he's...
He's from Puerto Rico, but he was raised in Texas.
Oh, so he's from Texas.
Yeah.
All right.
Do you think maybe he's like going broke and he needs to maybe get a
Liver King net worth?
pay-per-view match going?
It's a ridiculous amount of money, I'm sure.
He's got to be a millionaire. He's got 3 million followers.
Oh, dude, he's a millionaire multiple
You get
times
$1
over.
a month from your followers. I'm sure you can do that.
Do you want to take a fucking guess?
I say over 10.
Diz?
500,000.
40.
310 million. And that was in 2023.
Holy shit.
Liver
Can-
King.
Hold on. Can we just all stop for a second and just all of us in a unified front just acknowledge that Diz's guess was by far the worst that's ever been on this program?
I feel like that the Ric Flair thing fucked him
Yeah.
up.
You were 600 times wrong, dude.
It-
Like
I'm not on my game today.
you shit the bed so bad.
It says
you
in
sh-
2023, he claimed a net worth of 310. Somebody suggested his liquid assets are closer to 12, but his income's derived from various ventures, including the supplements and the ancestral lifestyle.
12 makes sense to me. Having 12 in the bank makes sense. to
Can
me.
we change that, please? I absolutely shit the booth.
You did in a restaurant with
Woo! All right. Does anyone know why Disney and McDonald's have such a close symbiotic relationship?
I don't know, because they're both financially raping the American public at every turn.
And
in every
poisoning us.
possible way.
One poisons us mentally and one poisons us physically.
I'll support that also, yes.
You're both wrong.
Are we?
In World War I, Roy Kroc, who jimmied away the McDonald's franchise from the McDonald's brothers and called himself the founder, which is ironic, was a ambulance driver for World War I think in France, if I'm not mistaken. It turns out that Walt Disney was also an ambulance driver in France during World War I.
For which side?
Our side.
Shocking.
Well, World War II is a little different.
Yeah.
But so this is when they were kids, right?
Yeah, Nazi supermen are our superiors.
So 40 years later, they're grown up and they're like businessmen. Well, Roy Kroc is now a multi-millionaire. So he reaches out to Walt Disney and writes him a handwritten letter. He's like, hey, do you remember me? You and I did the same thing. We spilled the same blood in the same mud in World War I. And Walt Disney was like, holy shit, I do fucking remember you. They couldn't get the symbiotic relationship of the two corporations while Walt was alive. But during his passing, like that's why McDonald's is the only restaurant that's on fucking soil at a Walt Disney resort.
Wow. McDonald's and Walt Disney.
I just thought they were just as evil.
I mean, yes. You're
No,
correct.
but I think it's pretty cool that two guys were in the army at the same fucking time doing the same thing during the same war. Like, that's pretty cool. And Roy Kroc didn't hit his stride till his 50s.
Yeah. That's what I'm shooting for.
Are you?
I'm going to do it big in my 50s. That's what I'm really
I'm
gonna
ducking
break
out soon. I have like a 5 to 8 year plan, and I'm toast.
Yeah, I'm with you on that.
I'm out.
I'm out over it.
I don't know where I'm going. I'm selling everything. Goodbye.
Like the Philippines.
Something.
Yeah.
You get a lot for your dollar in the Philippines, man.
Yep. And she can work remotely and still make her salary, man.
That's amazing. That's
We
what's-
were discussing this not that long ago at my place of employment. And if you go ahead and Google the exchange rate for American dollars in the Philippines, it's offensive.
So if I sell my house and my stuff, you say we walk with $400,000 in cash. What's that equivalent to in the Philippines?
You'll never have to do it. My buddy lives there right now.
Literally, stand next to Manny Pacquiao as the king of the Philippines, sir.
Dude, my buddy lives there right now, and he spends $1,100 a month. And he says, I can't. I'm trying to spend. This is his.
No, $1,000 a month seems like a lot to me. Like it might run out. That's
No.
like $12,000 a year.
12 grand. How many you for? I mean, he's trying to spend this. I mean, he's at the clubs every night. He's going here. He's going there. He's sitting at the beach. He's
So where does he live?
In the Philippines.
No. Listen to what I'm saying. So he's in the Philippines. I don't think you can legally buy a property if you're a foreign person.
Rents a house.
He does rent.
He rents it. He goes from one place.
So how much is it over there, darling?
So your 400,000 is equivalent to 22,646,286
Here.
Yes.
I just brought up the exchange rate right now.
Am I looking at the right one?
As of today, the exchange rate in the Philippines, $1 US is equal to $56.62 in the Philippines.
Yeah, but it.
Like how much is like a place to rent there decent?
I think you're paying like $500 a month for like a mansion.
Yeah, you're living like a kid.
$500-$600, I think, for probably like a 1-bedroom or something. On
No.
no,
Way better.
it's about 5-6 for
How
one
much?
bedroom.
Hold on. You say you're gonna.
If he's doing $1,100 a month and he's living like a king, you got to figure 5 or 6. Well, no, you can eat for like $2 a day, and like eat well.
Right, that's what he's saying. Drink cheap, and he says he spends more on just girls.
All right. At that exchange rate, you're 400,000. Oh, I'm sorry, I messed up. Hold, please.
Okay.
Jim said you can shit your pants and your balls stay dry for hours, brother.
That's
And
what
then
it
Jim
depends.
said Ray Mussolini and Adolf Disney.
Your 400,000 would equate to 22,647,000.
It's the same number you said like 3 minutes ago.
No, that's what I said.
Because I was looking for the exchange.
You said it.
Yeah, no, but I also said his 400,000 over there is 22 million and change.
Yes.
Yeah.
So if you have a place for $600 a month,
But can I buy a property legally? That's what I want to do. I want to purchase my beachfront property and own it. in
we'll
the
live there for a
Philippines.
year, and then buy the property.
That's what I'm asking. Can I buy my property?
I believe you can.
And then am I spending $100,000 on the property, and then I'm down to 3? And then what do you got for taxes and yada yada
There
yada?
are no taxes there.
There are none. And then Costa Rica is another one I've been looking at.
Costa Rica, I heard, is like a little more, need to be a little more safe there.
Like aggression. Yeah.
The Philippines, I think, are a little more welcoming to Americans than,
I don't know. If I have a gym, that's all I need.
A gime? What's a gime?
Jim, you walk down to that beach and lift some coconuts.
No, I like being in a nice controlled environment.
$400,000, you could shit yourself in any restaurant you want.
I'd not even worry about it.
It's okay. It's Vex.
And walk around with your title belt on.
Yeah.
Tattooed gringo. That's just tattooed gringo. He's
That
all
would have
right.
been amazing.
Did he win those belts? No, he bought them. They all have his name on them.
Honestly,
Yes.
we're never going to be able to live here. I mean, money's just going to go up and up and up.
I could stay here forever. I just don't want to.
I don't.
Because no, I can stay where I'm at and be fine for the rest of my life. Like where I live right now, I'll be fine until I die, right? However, I want to live on a beach.
Right.
I want to live on a beach. That's it.
And I want to eat good food, and relax.
I definitely don't want to live on a beach.
I want to live on a beach forever.
It's the last place I want to go.
Yeah, we know. We're not, we're the same. That's why the show works.
Yes. Now, Find me a desolate fucking log cabin in the middle of the fucking
I'd go with that
wilderness.
too. I'm like, I'd go with
Yes, sold.
Mosquitoes, worms, snakes, bugs, fucking bears. Fuck the woods. Fuck the woods
either.
all the way off.
Vex, you're gonna love Wisconsin.
I've been everywhere, but I'm not living there.
I've been everywhere,
I have.
man. I've been everywhere.
Eventually, if you believe it or not, they don't bug you after a while. Like mosquitoes just don't.
Well, I don't have the kind of body chemistry where they're attracted to me, fortunately. But
Like my wife, they're eating her alive. Me, I'm just like, yeah.
and then I cut out all the sugar, or I try to, and then that helps a lot.
Sounds good.
Does it sound good?
Wipe yourself down with dryer sheets.
You're in.
No, they
I've
don't,
heard
they
that
don't,
about the dryer
They don't bite
sheets.
me.
Yeah, dryer sheets.
Yeah.
They you go to the woods or like.
I won't even buy dryer sheets. They're rip off. I don't do that shit.
Or they get stuck up in the pant legs, and then you end up walking around and it's hanging out the bottom.
I'll never
'cause
buy
they
it.
don't
I
come
fuck a
out.
dryer sheet, and I stopped using fabric softener because that's a rip off too.
And it just fucks up your washing machine.
It does. So I stopped, and like the stuff my mom did when I was a kid, like you grow up and you're like, and then it gets weirder. I only wash my clothes in fucking cold water.
That's all I do mine
Why
in is
waste
cold.
the energy? Now I can cross any colors I want. Like it doesn't matter. Only cold.
I just don't care anyway.
We know,
I just throw all my shit in the water. I'll be honest. I don't even
I just throw clothes away for work.
dude. 4 marriages now. It's gonna be. I've always done the laundry. Can you believe that shit? 4 marriages. No one can do my laundry.
I fold the laundry.
I do it all. The Bezos wedding she wants us to discuss. She sent it to us 43 times.
Jeffrey.
was it that many times?
Jeffrey Bezos.
Well, no, there's a different story every day about it.
is there?
So
Yeah.
the first story is wherever the fuck they're getting married that I'm sure you're going to tell
In
me.
Venice,
In
yes.
Venice. They don't want gifts because he's a cajillionaire.
Yes.
They want you to give gifts to the city of Venice, like donations.
Yeah.
Well, that's nice.
I thought so.
think it
I would
was
just
nice.
go there and order something from Amazon and have it delivered to them.
And now it's going to be the most expensive wedding ever.
$50 million.
I was at a $47,000 wedding once for myself, and I thought that was obscene. I was like, I don't know why you're doing this, but I'll party.
I had a $35,000 one.
insane,
and I thought
right?
It was
I mean, do you
insane,
think
yeah.
that chick's marrying him if he wasn't Jeff Bezos? I mean,
No, and then her face got a lot worse since they've been together. Like when they started, she was kind of pretty, and now so much surgery, she looks like a fucking cat duck face person.
She doesn't.
But-
Her
but-
cheeks are like
Listen,
weird.
you never had a chance to marry an astronaut.
You've never been with $100 million whore before. That chick has got to suck the chrome off a trailer hitch. Like she only dates men. He's probably the richest, but if you look at her dating history, they're all like billionaires. So how good does this girl fuck? Like she's got to be fucking insane, right?
You'd think.
No, I know this.
But she's an astronaut. We're forgetting that.
No, he's an astronaut.
No, she's an astronaut.
She went too?
She went up with Katy Perry.
But he went first. He went before she did.
Well, they're both astronauts.
And
I mean,
Katy
it is a-
Perry and that guy broke up this
Orlando
week.
Bloom, yes.
Because he's at the Bezos wedding by himself.
Yeah, because she bounced. She's
And
not going.
apparently running rampant in Venice.
Pussy.
Yeah.
He's
I
slinging
mean,
dick all over the place.
Let's
over
be
there.
honest. A newly single Orlando Bloom somewhere in Italy with an invitation to the Bezos wedding. The dude is slinging dick.
You can't speak of the Italian, though.
Money speaks all languages, sir.
I know. That's why I know.
Oh, I thought you were talking about that one dude, Orlando Brown, for a second.
Who's Orlando Brown?
That dude from Nickelodeon,
The
or
crazy
whatever.
kid?
Yeah, that
From
Nickelodeon.
That's So Raven?
Yeah, I was thinking that. I'm like, I didn't know they were.
Have you ever mistakenly watched That's So Raven and get sucked into watching multiple episodes?
Not mistakenly, no.
I woke up, and I don't know how, but it was on, and I was like, fuck this show, and I'm playing my phone, and the next thing I know, like, I'm 3 episodes deep. I'm like, how the fuck has happened? What?
I am the parent of an almost 24-year-old. That was right about the time that
So, 24 and 0, how's that feel?
confusing.
The sentence begins.
You only have, like, 18 years ago.
Yeah, that's right.
You're like, yeah. right.
2 more years. Yes, I'm free.
Oh, dude, I never had a child. I had a stepchild for a while.
You know what it is? It's like having every bad thing you did in your life comes to haunt you through that child.
Yeah, that's what I'm worried about, dude. Shut the fuck up.
Yeah, it's especially if it's a girl.
You're like full clip my whole life.
Dude, it's already started. It's already a thing.
She's dating? That's weird.
No.
Thank God you let
Yeah.
Like, she already looks like me. She already literally makes faces that look like me. It's bad. My wife's gonna be so pissed off.
She loves you, actually.
But Cheryl just literally just gave birth to her. It's like you know what I mean?
More
It's
she's
your-
like you, probably more you're going to have conflict with her.
I'm not gonna have any conflict with her.
He's like, I don't
That's
know
what you
We're
think.
gonna be best fucking friends.
That's what you think.
Now my wife, on the other hand, those two are gonna go.
Because when my daughter was younger, like we were like
Simpatico, yeah.
inseparable. And as soon as then she hits a teenager age, and then it's just like now she's all about the mom.
I got to tell you, what I read is that when they become teenage age, they hate the mother. That's what I had read for women.
Well, she hates me at this point, so which I'm fine with. It. I'm good at being hated.
I suspect there will be some trade-offs.
Yeah.
In those years.
She'll be back later.
So Jim Schaefer said a lot of Americans are moving to Costa Rica. Michael Gregory said getting Johnny Mac to band practice in the Philippines is going to be hell. He'll have to Amazon Prime himself. Jim said Midwest breeds a lot of serial killers. Fucking A.
No, it's all California, sir.
No, we have the top serial killers in Wisconsin.
Michael Gregory said just ship him with a charged phone full of drum tutorials and he'll be fine.
That's not accurate.
We have
I
Ed-
think
Ed
per
Gein.
capita. No. Look this up before we're done, please. One more thing, darling.
Okay, go ahead.
Most of the country's serial killers, high majority, have spent time in Southern California.
Population too. Percentage of population.
Well, that's going to skew the numbers quite a bit.
Well, we have Ed Gein. We got Jeffrey Dahmer. We got.
That's 2. You got 2. What else you got? You got the most. You got 2.
Okay, the states with most recorded. New York has 18, California 15, Texas 8.
I don't even hear you in the rankings, sir. You got 2.
Well, the Packers aren't either, but we still like them.
Then it goes Illinois, Ohio, Indiana, Louisiana, Pennsylvania's number 8.
You're not even in the top 8.
You know, I'm disgusted. I need to go home and do some
Do
killing.
some killing?
I mean, this.
But you bump it up
Do
one.
you have
and
all the states up there?
I can
you know
bring
what the
them up
worst
again.
part is?
Yeah.
Please find out where Wisconsin is.
we get your numbers. You'll be in Pennsylvania. We'll be bumped up to number 7 if you start killing.
Oh, damn it.
Because you live here.
Well, see, he's got Jeffrey Dahmer, Ed Gein in Wisconsin.
2.
That's all.
Ladies and gentlemen, this has been episode number 297 of the Vex and Vex podcast, Morning Radio 129. That means we are 3 weeks away from the Summer Ween 300th anniversary party.
Holy shit, already?
Diz is playing.
Fantastic.
Fantastic.
Yay.
You want to play?
I haven't gotten a
I thought he
definite
wa-
answer yet.
Yeah, I was going to say, I thought he was...
We're not.
Yeah.
All right, this is Vex X telling you to stay frosty. Thank you, Diz, for your time.
Appreciate it. Thank you for having me.
Thank you, Dave.
Always a pleasure, sir.
Thank you, Hole.
Love this place.
Make good choices.
Stay hydrated.